I feel like I don't remember how to do this. Apparently I don't, because the thing isn't even showing. Jesus Christ.
Oh shit!
There we are.
Scuff! No!
I've done it. It's not scuff.
Oh, there we go.
Human error is not scuff, in my opinion.
That's human scuff, I'm pretty sure.
But hello.
Hello, Federico. Hello, John.
Yes.
Welcome, welcome.
I mean, we could trade, Federico. We could trade weather. Hello, Enthuse. All right. Hello, everyone.
Maybe this changed recently. I feel like Twitch is so much bigger screen-wise.
Chat
than
XP?
usual.
Oh, wait, did it happen? Did Twitch update? Now I have to actually look. I haven't looked.
Twitch might have updated because my chat screen is huge.
Shut up, Ixion. This is not what I wanted. Come here. Twitch. Don't speak. Don't speak.
Yes, we are all back from vacation. It's so nice.
We
Hello,
are.
Enthuse. Hello, Allie.
Oh god. Oh god. The echo. Okay, I fixed it.
Echo. Echo.
Wait, are you guys getting channel points? I don't have channel points on. Do you guys see?
I don't
channel
see
points
channel
somewhere?
point.
Chat XP?
I got like 11 things in my notices.
Chat settings.
About TwitchCon. About the mobile app.
Oh, on YouTube? What?
YouTube? What? No freaking way!
Hold on!
Wait. Oh!
Ace Toonie, come here. Let me look
come on. Load.
open. I thank you for not coming up with my channel at all. What the fuck, YouTube?
What's this? There's a #1 crown. 75 XP! Look at that!
Oh, snap! Wow, this is great!
Buy a
YouTube for the
super
win.
chat.
So
wow.
That's money. You can do that with the thing?
And Enthuse is number 2.
Enthuse is number 2. Federico's number 1.
Dang!
Okay, is this by...
That is cool!
This is very cool. What do you do with
guys, we leveled up.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that shit. But that's actually really nice because if Twitch is confirmed, which they are, to be rolling out the them giving everybody channel point stuff. So even though we're not affiliate, we'll still get channel points on Twitch. They're gonna do that by the end of the summer.
Ooh,
I think
okay.
I mean, I feel like Mars would be first if it was view time. Maybe not. Maybe you guys are watching the stream beforehand.
I'm not so sure, because I only just logged on to YouTube. So y'all were there before me.
Allie, this is one of Rage's characters. I made him a humanoid because
this cutie looks so fun.
What else am I gonna do, man? What else am I gonna do?
And so fluffy.
Oh, you want to see? Here. We'll see the other one. I'm doing inside you. There are 2 Shinkos.
Oh, nice.
Because there's 2 Shinkos.
Adorable!
So, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
But, okay. Chat XP shit is great. That's actually really nice. I'm gonna have to look into that now. Because...
Yep, we gotta do research. Thanks a lot, you guys.
Yeah, how dare you guys make me have to work as a content creator? I can't believe this.
How dare.
I can't believe you guys would do this to me. This is not what I wanted. Switch account. Give me the Ace Toonie account. But, that does mean that when, if this works the way I hope it works, then that means that, I have no idea where this is. Where anything about it is. But then it means that, in theory, we could have both Twitch and YouTube both having stuff. Okay, now I have to look this up. YouTube.
That would be really exciting.
You guys do anything while we were away?
Hello, Angel. Welcome, welcome.
Okay.
Steal
hold
lunch
on.
money. We're not in high school. That was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Man, okay, this is wild. I was not expecting tonight at all.
It seems
Allie,
like...
it really be that way sometimes.
Okay.
I mean, I can't relate on the art front, but sometimes, dialogue-wise, they fight. They're like, Mom, I don't want to say that. And I'm like, but you have to for the plot.
Okay.
How dare you not?
So sadly, this does not seem to be the same as Twitch channel points. They
Oh, okay.
don't
So how does it work?
You don't seem to be able to spend them. It is solely a first, second, and third place thing for engagement. And the ways that you get XP is by chatting, by sending super chats, and by sending super stickers. That seems to be how it works.
Interesting.
But you don't seem to be able to... It's just a leaderboard. It doesn't seem to be able to spend your experience in any way. It's more... What is this? Oh, nothing. Yeah, so... Sadly, it just seems to be a leaderboard, but maybe that's a step in the right direction. Hello, Mason.
Hello, Mason.
Signed up for college. Classes, nice.
Ooh, base.
So is Monopoly money. Well, you can't even spend the YouTube chat experience. You literally just get to have a little crown if you're fancy or not. But yeah. Alrighty.
Which is pretty cool. Nothing wrong
Sadly,
with that.
I have to not art fight for right now because
This is true.
it's comic
Art
time.
fight night.
However,
it's comic night.
However, if Ori has one goal. Let's find it.
What be
this one.
Goal,
Ori has one goal for comic related stuff tonight. And that is to finish the lines of this entry. Okay? There is 1,
Guys, that means I can color soon.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 panels that need lines remaining. If Ori can manage to stay on track and blaze through these bad boys, then we can art fight. So help Ori.
That means Mars gotta talk.
Yeah, help.
That means Mars has to yell.
Chat also has to yell at me if I get off track. Look at this sassy man, though.
I mean, luckily we did have an entire week off, and things were happening and slapping during that time.
Ori always talks in the third person.
Probably the biggest thing happening was getting the wisdom teeth out. That was fun.
And reading Railroad.
Wait, reading Railroad. I read that as Rainbow, so I didn't question it.
You were talking about Monopoly money, that's why.
Ah, damn. Okay, now I follow it. Everybody stay quiet. No. You gotta talk. talk.
Ori can talk.
I'll field the questions.
Sometimes if if I focus too hard on a rant, my brain will stop arting. I can do both, but I need y'all to yell at me to be like, Ori, you stopped arting. Keep arting.
Allie, what do you mean? Why can't I talk? I think I'm doing a pretty good job of it. Am I not? I'm so sorry.
That's my challenge. You'll put in bets? Oh, God. Don't put in bets.
Oh,
I'm going to do it. I want to finish Shinko.
Ooh. What are we betting? What's on the line? Quatlu?
That Ori manages to not finish and only gets distracted, or...
Okay, but what did they win?
I don't know.
That's the
notoriety.
Thing. It's not a bet if something isn't
Ori
online.
has shame. I don't have channel points. I can't do anything.
Giraffe.
No silent street
This is
today.
what we gotta get channel points.
Just as freaking YouTube chat
Too
leaderboard
good at talking.
pulls
I mean,
out.
Allie, that is kind of my job. I will admit, guys, the reason I'm like so perky right now is because I've literally had nothing but early intervention cases all day, which have required me to be perky. You would think I'd run out of the perky by the time I got home. Nope. Apparently, when I've been perky the whole day, this is now my default.
Ori's
So,
day sucked, so you got that.
apologies. Oh, Mars's day wasn't.
Today was a bad day.
You know, it was hit and misses because I was there for 8 hours and I only had 2 clients. I'm like, God damn it. Made me drive all the way out here. Nah, it was worth it. My kiddos were cute and I always love seeing them.
I was
One
at...
of my... Oh, sorry, Ori.
Oh, I was just gonna say...
one...
You go, you first.
We're so bad at this.
We're out of practice!
We are a week away and we forget how to stream.
More than a week away. I had 2 additional days of being alone.
This is true. And then I was off for even more time because I didn't have the Thursday, Friday.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're so
man.
out of practice.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, you guys. Since having my wisdom teeth removed, I almost feel like I'm talking differently. Like, I feel like I can move my mouth more, if that makes sense. Like, there's more space for everything
I
to
feel like
go,
this is all psychological.
It probably is, but I don't know. It also feels real to me. Call it the placebo effect. I don't know. But, guys, if you still need your wisdom teeth removed, I
The
do
wisdom
highly
teeth
recommend the gas. I do highly recommend the gas.
What a sentence.
That was the weirdest experience I've ever had in my life. Because, yes, I would be happy to tell that story, Allie. The surgery went very well. It took no more than 15 minutes. It went so quickly, and I was so surprised by that. So I went into the back, and they basically walked me through what's gonna happen. They're like, okay, we're gonna put the mask on you. You're just gonna breathe in gently through your nose and out. When we see that you're going under, then we'll go in, but you'll still be awake. So it was never going to be that I was out for the procedure. It was more so going to be that I just wasn't, and not even coherent, because I was still coherent. The best way I could describe it is I didn't give a shit what was happening. It was really funny, because as soon as they put that mask on me and I started like breathing it in, I was like, okay, I'm feeling a little bit sleepy. There's some tingling in my hands going on. Okay, that feels weird, but like, I feel relaxed. I'm calming down. At one point, the dentist just goes, oh, her eyes just rolled into the back of her head. She's gone. They're like, okay, now we can get started. So they're still talking to me throughout the whole thing because I'm still awake. I can still hear them. But one of the funniest things is just like, at one point, I can hear what's going on. You know, they got to remove the tooth. So when they do, they use the drill and you can hear a crack. And I heard the crack and I literally think to myself, oh, that was my tooth. That's my tooth cracking because they're taking it out. And I still didn't care. I still didn't care at all. I was just like, in my brain, this is a thing that's happening. Yes. It went so quickly. Hiya, Pastry Puff. Welcome, welcome. I was so surprised. It
you
only
went
took 15
ungassed at
minutes.
the same. You mean enthused? You went fully under. You woke up. Yeah, I went fully under. Which to me, I would say I can't recommend enough. I just wake up and they're done.
Well, see this. Hiya, Willow. Welcome. You guys are coming in at the most wild part.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Willow on YouTube.
Everyone's on YouTube. Not
How
everyone.
many YouTube people tonight?
Vast majority of people are YouTube. I think everybody
I'd
in
say
chat
the
is on
YouTube
YouTube.
outnumbers the Twitch.
Wow,
tonight.
everybody in chat is on YouTube.
That's crazy.
I mean, I'm not against it. Like I've mentioned before, I prefer the tube, but you know.
But yeah, no, Allie, it went very, very well. And then I got butterscotch pudding and ice cream at the end of it. So that was even better. Amazing. I would definitely recommend the painkillers. Get the painkillers. Also, guys,
we're a hot sphere, Federico.
Neat little trick. Before they give you the shot to numb your jaw, ask for numbing gel first so you don't feel the shot going in. That's the way to do it. That's the secret. Because then you feel absolutely nothing. And it's great. Yeah,
there you go.
Do not raw dog it.
All the tips from Mars.
Bad idea.
All the wisdom teeth tips from Mars.
Yeah. Oh, yours is soon, Mason? No, not Mason. Sorry. Allie, I'm looking at the wrong friggin' comment.
Wow. How could you, Mars?
'Tis been a day.
To this, I mean, on our re-debut stream.
With that,
You'll be fine.
Looking back on it, it's like, did I make a bigger deal out of it than it probably was? Maybe. Was I happy to have the guests? Hell yes.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
okay.
I was immensely happy.
Do not do the deal without being gassed or totally under if your body is known to be able to handle that or you don't know yet.
Yeah.
Okay? See, if you can take it.
I know myself, because even during regular doctor visits and they're like scraping my teeth, I still kind of flinch in the chair because I have this feeling of like, oh, close to the gums, get away, get away. So I'm like, I need the gas because I don't want to be flinching when they have a drill in my mouth.
Yeah, don't be present, guys. That's for certain. In whatever way that manifests.
Amazing. At what cost? At what cost?
I don't think it will. There's a lot of pain that cripples you forever.
But, Allie, to reassure you even more, recovery, for me,
quick.
It was very quick.
Yeah.
Everything came out very easily. Like, sometimes there might be, like, breakage in the tooth. I didn't have that. Came out in one clean piece, so I didn't have to worry about splinters. You just put a little gauze. Honestly, I think the most annoying part was having to bite down on the gauze.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the worst.
That
was the worst. I hate it.
It's full of saliva.
It's wet. Mine was quadruple folded. Like, we folded it in a tight square to put it where it needed to clot. And just that bulge of gauze, that wad of gauze in my mouth was so uncomfortable and just so unnatural to bite down on. I'm like, this hurts more than the actual procedure.
Yeah, I didn't swell.
My jaw was
just the gauze.
Sore. I didn't even swell that much. Listen, here's what I did. As soon as I got home, I took my painkillers. They gave me the dual action stuff, which was excellent. It kicked in so fast. Allie, you're going to want to take those as soon as you get home, because what happens is it's already in your system. So by the time the painkillers and numbing gel that you got at the dentist wear off, the dual action stuff will already be in your system ready to go. So you don't have to go from, oh, no pain to, oh my God, so much pain.
You'll be fine, Allie.
It's great. It's fabulous.
Ooh,
and
I'm
then
sorry,
just ice
Willow.
your cheeks. You just gotta ice your cheeks.
Went for groceries right after.
That's the way.
I remember I woke up and they're like making you sit in the chair to make sure that like you're chill after like going under and everything. And I'm just like, Mom, can I just go home, please? I'm fine. Just let me leave. Same thing happened. When I used to donate blood, unfortunately I had one bad experience and now I won't do it again. But when I used to donate blood, the last time, the bad experience, I was feeling faint afterwards and everything. And so I'm like there, and I was thankful my mom worked at the school. That's where I donated blood at the school. And so she came in and was like helping me, and I was just like, Mom, please tell them to let me leave. I don't want it me lying here, because they had you so you're on the bed thing, right? And then it's like, okay, I'm feeling faint, so they lie you back, but they have you there. And it's like, Mom, you need to convince them to let me go sit at the fucking cookie table. I just want the cookie and juice. Me lying here in the back of the room in the medical area is not helping. Yeah. Okay?
Get me to the cookie and juice
let
area.
Me
get my
go to cookies.
It'll be so much better.
I want my fucking juice box. That's all I need. Please. Let me out.
I can't believe they tried to deny you your cookie.
They wanted, like, they were worried if I got up, I'd faint, right? And it's like, that is not the problem. The problem is I am in a medical area that I don't want to be here. So now I am having a bad time. Please let me leave the area, which is causing the bad time. Please.
Yes. Please. That's all I need.
So thankfully, my mom did convince them to let me go sit at the fucking chair. And I was like, oh my God, thank God. Please.
Yeah, no,
right,
Allie,
well,
you're gonna be fine.
Different kind of gas for the Joker.
But Allie, you'll be fine. You get to eat your favorite soft foods. I got to have butterscotch pudding, and it was so good. Delicious, nice and cold. Just avoid straws for a couple of days. Oh, this is a little bit funny. I did end up going back to work.
Well, that's not the reason I didn't go back, Allie.
The week after my surgery. So I had it done on the Thursday. I had about rest of Thursday, then Friday, Saturday, Sunday to rest. Monday I went back to work. And what was really funny was it was the last week with my kids in the school. So I wanted to give them a little something special for the summer, you know, a little teacher gift. So I had put together a little summer pail bucket, and it had sunglasses and a beach ball. Now, one of my kids during our session, he was like, can we please blow up the beach ball? And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I should be able to do this. I mean, the sheet warned against sucking through straws because that could irritate your mouth. But blowing air out should be fine. That hurt so friggin' bad. I tried to blow up the ball, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, I got this. Ow! Fucking hell, what was that?
Yeah, any pressure differential is a bad idea.
Sorry, Miss Mars cannot blow up the ball. Go ask Mommy to help you. Wait until you get home. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's the pressure differential.
Yeah, do not blow,
Don't
Allie.
blow. Don't suck. No hot liquids. No really cold. No freezing cold liquids.
Yeah. Cool is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Milkshakes, ice cream, ice pops were my go-to as well. One thing I did get away with, because Allie, I'm not sure what side of your mouth you're getting them done on. I got them done on both my right and my left, because I only had my two upper wisdom teeth. So when I was picking foods to eat, I was specifically picking stuff that I did not have to chew, because I usually chew on the side of my mouth, and now both sides are out of commission. So I was like, okay, what can I eat that requires minimal chewing? Well, cooled off soup is definitely one. But then there's also these little tiny star-shaped pastas called pastina. They are so tiny, and I swear they were the best thing I could have eaten. Because not only can you mix it with butter to make it like nice and mushy that you barely have to chew it, that's the key. You barely have to chew it. You could just eat them. You don't even need your teeth. It's brilliant. It was great. 4 days of pastina. Let's go.
Oh, pastina's good. Hello, Estrock.
Howdy, Estrock.
The crowning...
Ooh, a Twitch person, not YouTube.
Yeah, the crowning Twitch person.
They just thought you really liked ice cream for months. That's amazing, Enthuse.
My God.
What kind of ice cream?
The artists over in the frickin' Rage Paint game server are frickin' speed demons. I mean, you guys in our Discord are already nuts. But, like, damn. Y'all need to slow it down. Not actually, but like, Jesus.
Ugh. You gotta make your YouTube Smurf
Yeah,
account.
you gotta make
Estra.
your YouTube. Join everybody apparently over on YouTube today. I don't know. It's YouTube Day in the
I
Ace
think it's
Tooney
because the
channel.
points are over there. That's what's enticing them.
Who knows? The points that
Who
don't do
knows?
anything.
Yeah, they're just there to be points.
They're visual points. Let's do this.
But yeah, Allie, ice cream, ice. Don't blow, don't suck. You'll be fine.
What a sentence.
What a sentence.
Doo doo beep. Alrighty. Guys, I
Allie, I
did.
gotta say, as purely a spectator, it is wild seeing all the art come out so quickly. I'm like, god damn.
Yeah.
There's another
People
Smurfs
do so
movie
fast.
that struck?
Oh god.
What?
Oh Jesus.
Hold on.
It's
am I
okay,
just
Allie,
being a
I've
goon
also
and
only done
misremembering
one.
the trailer?
My goal is one a day. On average. Averaged out. Yeah, right, Angel? That's the best. Points that do nothing.
Exactly. What do? Nothing. It just makes me feel bad.
Ay. I don't even know what has happened.
I'm not sure.
Only 3 of you have any points? Oh my god.
That's crazy. Enthuse, crown number 3. Dang.
I don't know either. I tried to look it up. I tried to understand.
Perhaps this will be expanded upon later.
But YouTube didn't seem
Maybe
to
they'll
send
do
me
something
anything.
with the points.
So I don't know. This is not what I want. This is also not what I want. I want something.
S-Truck, that's the thing. I don't know if it's new. I'm trying to remember if there's a Smurf trailer I saw or if this is another Smurf thing coming out.
Oh, what is the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand under the community. The top 3 get
minors
special
don't get
badges. Get special badges in live chat. All right. Got it. Got it. I'm assuming that maybe just the first 3 people get it, or every once in a while you get it for like spam, not spamming. You know, because otherwise somebody could just freaking spam and be sploobled. And then, but the other ones is if you give us money with super chat or super stickers, you get more points. Oh, you can gift memberships. Ooh.
Oh.
Jesus.
There's so much new happening.
There's so much stuff. I
We
wish
leave
they
for
would be at,
1
like,
week
Twitch.
and everything's changed.
Yeah, seriously. I don't.
The one with
I don't
influencer
think it's
Smurf?
that enthused. I think it's just. I don't know why Willow would. I have no clue. I got no idea. What are these notifications? Okay.
I mean, Allie,
I
I
don't
would
know.
not say no
Ori draw?
to the rough sketch. I will still check it out. I can't wait a whole 2.5 hours for a rough sketch, Allie. Not when I know it's there waiting for me.
What is happening? I
Allie
lost the plot.
is gonna post a very rough sketch for us.
Oh
'Cause
snap!
it'll take a while to finish, but only after stream so as not to distract. But you're the only one that doesn't need to be distracted. I'm in the clear.
Yeah, but if Allie posts it, then I can see it. We want to get to the
so
art fight content.
You check it out, you say it looks cool, and then you return to the comic.
Yeah,
no,
and then
no
I
harm
squeeze.
done.
And maybe
That's how it
post the
works.
oldest here. But I'm very certain. I know Mazen's over 18. There's definitely more than just Enthuse, Willow, and Federico in chat that are over 18. Don't tell Ori.
You posted it, Allie? Okay, I won't tell Ori.
Okay.
Oh, it's so cute!
I'm totally not looking at anything. Or
Oh,
pausing.
my God,
I'm
look at
resting my
them!
hand. Oh! That's insane, Allie. Jesus Christ.
That is so
Oh,
cute!
God. Oh, no. The
Hudson with
revenge
the
is gonna
side
die.
eye is cracking me the hell up. Beautiful.
Oh, no. How will I ever revenge?
You gotta figure it out, Ori. You're gonna have to figure it out. Revenge shall be swift.
Wait.
Maybe.
No, Enthuse isn't Canadian. Who are the top? Federico, Enthuse, and Willow. I was gonna be like, it's only non-Americans, but Enthuse is in America. So, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like I said, until it does something, like until I can have it be points like Twitch, where you can like spend it on stuff, I don't really care, YouTube, if I'm being honest. Poor YouTube. They tried, Star. I wonder if they're like not legally allowed to make channel points like Twitch. I can't imagine that Twitch can own the concept of channel points.
I was about to say, is that copyrighted?
I think it... I don't even know. I feel like YouTube just couldn't call them channel points at most, you know? I don't feel like...
They definitely have to call them something else.
But it's like... Things didn't patent, like, the word follower. You know, they don't have... Like, follow is not a copyrightable thing. Many social medias have follow as a word. You know, subscribe as a word. So it's just like... I feel like if it's still called a YouTube channel, right? So why couldn't they call it channel points? Those are just words, you know? So I don't know.
That's how it starts, Allie.
That's how it starts.
Oh, what the heck? I'm gonna put another boy. You know, it would be cool to have another. And, you know, once you have two, you gotta get them a friend in case they don't want to hang out with each other. And since we got three, we might as well just get the whole set.
What is it? I got one in every color, right? Is that the thing?
No, I was thinking of the other one. I'll have to find it.
Oh, yeah, I got a kitten,
Like,
and then he was lonely, so I got my cat a cat, and then he was lonely, so I got my cat a cat a cat.
And obviously you have to get a third one, because
Yeah.
what if they don't like each other one day?
Yeah,
they gotta
yeah.
have an option. And
The
you know,
mediator.
Since I got three, I might as well just get all of them, complete the collection. That's definitely up there with one of my favorites. It's too relatable. Could it be applied to literally anything? Cats, pins, books,
Yeah, really.
link click merch. 'Cause
Speaking of, the book is coming. It said it'll ship
Yes!
soon.
mine's coming tomorrow!
Oh shit, nice. Also, I already have
I'm so excited.
Heavenly Tyrant in my possession.
Mine is showing up on Thursday.
Nice. I haven't started it yet, though.
Along with the next 3 volumes of I Hear the Sunspot.
Good. I'm glad you got those, because I do want to borrow them when you're done.
Oh, I'm sure you do. I want them for my collection.
and my understanding at the little blurb at the end is that they're finally actually doing more coupley things.
Yes, they are.
So
and
I'm
they're
excited.
Gonna be living together like a happy couple. It's
Finally.
So cute. Yes, Ori, it is slow burn. I did warn you.
I know. But I mean, Sasaki and Miyato, like, they spoiled me so, okay?
Sasaki and Miyato really did spoil you.
Shoot,
Oh,
spoils
I
me
read the
so.
volume 10 you gave me. That was
Yeah.
so wholesome. Oh my
It's
god.
so cute.
Oh.
I'm excited too, Allie. I'm excited too. But Allie, I don't...
You understand the boat pain.
Yeah, oh god,
Hey,
the
Shubov,
boat pain.
I have not. I only just finished Queen's Arc
Yes,
last
I'm
night.
sorry, Pastry. I'm very
I'm
behind.
sorry. Maybe I'll watch episode 13 tonight. Maybe I'll do it tonight.
I'm way behind.
do
I haven't
really
watched
wanna
any
see
Queen.
the new hero. Queen's Arc. It's interesting. Queen's Arc, I feel like more served the timeline than it did really establishing Queen herself. Like, she's established as a character, but I don't think she's as explored as she could have been. Like, if I had to rank the arcs, here's how I would put it, top to bottom. Lucky Cyan, number 1. Yang Isol, number 2. Lin Lang, why am I getting all these names wrong? God damn it. Lin Lang, number 3, and then Queen is number 4. She's not bad. I just feel like in comparison to all the other arcs we got so far, I really wish we could have seen a lot more. Especially with the build up to a final fight that happens in her arc. I'm trying to be as vague as possible because I know you haven't watched it yet. I just wish more was explored there. Because there was so much that could have been. Like, okay, we use this to set up X, the tournament, stuff like that. So, like, okay, this is more timeline-centered stuff.
Scream into the void.
Than Queen's story.
I think the problem, Pastry Puff, and again, I haven't seen it, right? But, like, I feel like I realized this the second that, like, I also realized that it's like, no, we're going through the literal top 10 heroes, and we're gonna focus on all of them. Was like, okay, you have 24 episodes. That's a lot of characters. You know what I'm saying?
And Lin Ling had 4 episodes dedicated to him.
Yeah.
Like, that was a lot.
Like, yeah. So Nice gets
then
4.
Takes 3. Lucky Cyan got 3.
Yeah, so it's like
Queen gets 2.
Yeah, you're not like it was always bound to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we're really trying to give these characters like their own moments, it was like we were always gonna have a like, oh shit, we don't have time. And I feel like that's my only current real gripe about the whole thing, besides the like, why is 90% of the characters like, we're doing it for love and nothing else? And it's like, okay, like nice. I don't not ship some of them, you know, like some of them are good ships, but like, yeah? Something else,
well, that's
please?
Like the Lucky Cyan, because her goal was, I want to find my friend. Being a hero is a means to an end for that goal. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? That's a cool reason for wanting to become a hero. If I'm gonna save my friend, I gotta save myself first. I'm like, you know what? Power to ya.
It was just based on the 10th best hero. Yeah, Pastry Puff.
Lin Ling's arc at episode 4.
I totally agree, Pastry Puff, but I do feel like nowadays very few shows get to not have a full arc in their first season. Does that make sense? Like even though, say, like a show like Link Click definitely has things like in suspense afterwards, like the arc happened. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a lot going on. You know?
Yeah.
Like there were completion bits to that. There's like, oh shit, there's more. But like, same with, you know, season 2.
It's like this
right?
was
It's like
conquered,
this is a
but
complete
now there's this
arc,
larger mystery.
But now there's like more shit.
I feel like To Be Hero X does that very well. Because what was Lin Ling's goal? Well, he had to come into his own and realize that he could be his own hero. But then there's still the matter of what happened at the end of episode 4 and all those questions.
I don't think they're doing a bad job.
Yang, he went through his arc.
I just think that
honestly could be a villain arc, in all honesty.
I just think that to have so much focus individually on each hero, that they all have their like little opening thing as like a teaser, is like, I feel like very ambitious, and thus results in things like how you feel with Queen, where it's like, I like you're teasing me, right? You're teasing me about this character. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
so much more of her, to be honest.
Look at what we could have, but I just don't have the time. Yeah, To Be Hero Y.
Yeah.
That's the next one, Allie.
We need another variable. But That's not to say I didn't like the episodes in Queen's Arc. I really did. And they were beautifully animated. I thought the voice acting was phenomenal. And I do like the little journey that she has. I just, with all the points raised and how she got to her position, I would have liked to see that explored a lot more. Especially for the commentary and the foil that she's given. Because I'm like, you could have done so much more with that.
I'd be curious, Mars,
Although,
did you...
I will say this, Ori. I think you're going to love the Johnnies. The way Johnny's VA does his lines reminds me very much of how Sasaki's VA did his lines. Very, like, it feels like he's improvising, but it sounds so natural. It's just got that charm to it. I think you're really going to like the Johnnies.
All right. I have the question, Mars, did you watch the Queen's, like, little opening teaser trailer?
That I did not.
Because I'd be curious, because I know in brain dying, in Nice's one, it gave information in a way that we, like, did get, but in a way that we didn't totally see in the actual episodes, right? It gives that little bit with Rek, and they fight, and then he says the little line of, like, I'm fighting for smiles, especially yours, or some shit, where it's, like, extra gay. Like it's like, okay, we knew it was gay, but in this one, it's like, it's fucking gay. Like, if you had any qualms, like you don't have qualms anymore, right? Like, they are definitely in love, okay? Like, I can't stress, but it is, like, more, you know what I'm saying? It's not, like, just, like, a teaser. There is, like, more happening.
Yeah, it gives a little, like, extra to chew on, which is excellent.
So I'd be curious for you
really
to watch
those.
Queens, to, like, see if it did or does not add. Yeah, extra gay. No, it was like everyone knew they were gay, and then, like, the thing freaking confirmed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, yeah, they're definitely gay lovers. And then it was like, oh shit, no. Like before it was like, this is vibes. Now it's like, no, they actually literally are. Like, you can't say a fucking line like that and not be like, there's something else going on.
Oh, Ori, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just gotta grab more water. I finished mine.
How dare you?
I'll be right back.
Guys, my mother bought Starbursts on vacation, and she gave them to me, and I haven't had a Starburst in forever. And I had my, like, first Starburst in a long time on that vacation, and I freaking ate that thing, and I was in heaven. Oh my lord. I did not remember Starburst being so good. Gay Apocalypse, that was last month, Estrock. This month, Art Fight. Oh, Mars isn't here to give me permission. I wanna know if the spoilers are okay or not. How much spoilers about the next comic idea are allowed. She needs to return for me to ask that, though. No, you did not, S-Drunk. Yeah, literally, pastry puff. Yeah. There's no... There really isn't. Anybody who says otherwise is lying to themselves. My goodness. I'm sorry I didn't do a Pride Month thing. I didn't even draw Naramitsu for Naramitsu Day in 2 days. But, you know, that Ace Attorney aftercare thumbnail, that's good enough, right? They're pretty gay in that thumbnail, right? I feel like I succeeded. I drew that the night before I went away.
Woo!
Mars.
That's better. Nice cold water. Yes.
Can I talk about the thing that the book caused me to want to change about the next comic?
Oh, hell yes.
All right, so the Wednesday before I went away, right? The Wednesday before vacation, when Mars still had all the teeth that she was born with, adult teeth. I was like, all right, Mars, we're talking about the next comic, and I was like, I want it to be. We have this
Hello,
trio
Arrow.
of characters.
Welcome.
Hello, Arrow. And they're all just friends. Like, that's the goal. I feel like, you know, we have fun, ship it, whatever, but it's like, we're vibing with Kim Possible, we're doing all this. I'm like, I want them to be just friends, where it's like, you know, obviously people, you know, will ship, such is life. But, you know, I want it to be where it's like, no, the goal of the show is they're just friends, and we can just be friends, right? And then I read this book. Mars gave me this book. It's to borrow. It's called, I'm blanking now. Iron Widow. That's what it's called.
Iron Widow.
Really fucking good. Okay? Read it. Seriously? Read it. It's amazing. Oh my god. I can't even. The twists, the turns. Jesus. Can't recommend enough. Beyond that, though, part of what Mars, like, told me when, like, pitching it and giving it to be like, go read this now, and then I didn't read it now, but you know, I read it much later.
She waited a whole year.
I'm sorry, I have one time that's book time, okay?
No, that's valid. I feel like I didn't get to my reading list until literally last week when I had nothing to do.
Exactly. But there is a throuple in it. A canonical, blatant, like, it is there. There's no question. Throuple.
It's not hidden.
It's not hidden. It's
not
explicit.
Subtext. It is right there.
Fully explicit. And honestly, the writing for it is amazing. Every moment,
so
I'm like,
good.
oh, yes,
Everyone
please.
is consenting
It's
to
so
it.
good. It's so
Everyone's
good.
on board. There's no jealousy of each other.
Honestly,
There's
if you are missing a poly...
It's a guy-girl throuple.
Shit, it's so good.
And here's the best thing. It's not all focused on the girl.
No,
It's
they
not
all
that
love
you
all of them. It's
they
a
just
true
want to
triangle. It's so
like
good.
each other. It's a triangle.
It's
It's a
so
complete
good.
geometric shape.
It's so good. So good. Love it. It's great. It's fantastic. So then I read this book and I finished this book. What? Tuesday, I think
Just
it had to
about,
be.
yeah,
Tuesday. So not even a week after I had this thing with Mars, they're like, we're gonna make them. They're just gonna be friends. It's just gonna be one. I'm like, Mars, how fucking dare you? How dare you do this? How dare you come in here and you give me this throuple that's just gorgeously written and just beautiful, and it feels all the feels. I'm like, fuck. We have a trio.
That's why I needed to share it. I mean, not
Yeah.
necessarily for that specific
Not to convince
reason.
me specifically.
I just kind of see this as a happy coincidence.
Okay, so it is, for lack of a better term, it is gritty pastry puff. Like, it is definitely, like, it has, like, its moments of being pretty dark. I wouldn't say it, like, it doesn't get super gruesome, but it is definitely not, like,
I don't think it gets gruesome
tiptoeing
in
around
terms
it.
of gore.
It doesn't tiptoe
It does not mince
around.
words.
Yeah, that's the good word. It does not mince words. There's no warm milk words here. Okay, it really dives a lot into, like, oppression and female empowerment and all this stuff, all surrounding mechs and sci-fi spirit magic. And it's really cool. And aliens. Okay? Aliens. Which is a wild combination to say. But it's really wild. The world
taking
itself
place
is...
in an alternate universe China.
Yeah,
which is very
basically.
interesting.
It's a very interesting sort of thing. And a quadruple, I guess, Esdrock. I feel like after that, you just call it, you know, you just call it a polycule at a certain point. Yeah, really good though. Really interesting. The main character is fantastic. Okay, she's really cool, and the other characters are very deep and interesting. There's a lot of intrigue, and oh my god, yeah, oh, tetruple, you could do that. Tetruple. Yeah, tetruple, that works. I don't think tetrapple, because that sounds like tetra apple. I think tetruple would be the way to go. Yeah, that's what the book's about. It's really good. literally, like, if you like fantasy in general, I would say read it. If you like fantasy,
sci-fi, it's honestly so
I would
good.
say it's less sci-fi in my opinion. It definitely, while it has like an air of technology, the technology is definitely much more mystical in nature, in the way it's explained, right? Like I would say, like, the label.
I always loved how the author described her series is, I took Darling in the Franxx and made it interesting.
It's
And
very
I'm like,
good.
Yes, you did.
It's very, very good. And yeah, high recommend. But so yeah, so now I'm like,
feel
and then
the highest praise Ori can give a book is when she immediately orders wolf.
the next one, yeah.
Like I feel like I've won. I feel like I've won. I've hit peak.
Pigs makes a molecule. No, that's too many people. I do think there is a limit. There's a polycule limit, and it is definitely less than a mole.
Ooh, smash Mr. Badger Man.
Yes.
Axis is very nice.
That's what I wanted to say. He is very pretty. He has his moments. I definitely like my boy as well. Again, it's very difficult for me to make not hot characters. We've talked about this. We've discussed. Speaking of that, though, I finished Lotta. She has not been posted.
So
I finished
I
Lotta
heard.
yesterday. Okay, she has not been posted yet because now, since the creation of the Pass to Smash videos that will and do exist, Dylan had requested that the next time he gets interviewed blind. And so I'm forcing Mars to be...
It makes sense to get a genuine reaction.
Yeah, and so I'm forcing Mars
for this
to be
decision.
interviewed blind as well. But that means I can't post it in chat until I interview her tomorrow about it.
This is true. And
So-
Ori can't even spoiler it because I'd be too tempted.
Yeah, Mars would totally click that. You guys know Mars. Mars
would
would be
click that
clicking
shit.
that shit like lightning.
If I knew what it is and I know it's spoiled, I'd be clicking that shit.
She'd click that shit. However, I will say I did...
I'm good when it comes to people talking plot details. I do not click those. But if it comes to art, I'm sorry. Art's too tempting.
Well, I hope
It's like
you've been
laying out a
staying out of
steak for
that
a bear.
one channel.
Why would you do that?
I can't ban you from there because I give you admin. But you better not be in there. You shouldn't be looking at anything in there.
Not.
Yeah, Pastry Puff
I think it
knows
was
that Mars would
once
click
by
it.
mistake.
No.
And that was it.
No. Pastry Puff spoiled something that had to do with right worth, and you fucking clicked that shit right away.
Earth.
Yeah, but it was spoilers.
I thought it was right worth content.
It was
And I
right
wanted
worth content,
Right-worth.
but it was canon right worth content that we hadn't get to see yet.
In all honesty, I
Oh, it
don't
wasn't
remember
even
what it
labeled right
was.
worth? Holy shit, I didn't even know that.
I don't even remember what I clicked on.
Yeah,
or what
that's
I even
good.
saw.
That's why I'm thankful
That's
that
the thing. I have no memory, you
if
guys.
Mars is okay, well, yes. If one of us had to be spoiled, if there's like a genie, and the genie was like, one of you must be spoiled or you lose the channel, then I'd pick Mars, hands down. It's very easy to pick, okay? She would forget, and it'd be fine, okay?
Yeah, it's
However,
chill.
I don't want to risk it. You know what I'm saying? Because you still remember some things. Now, are they major things? No. But I don't want you to. I don't want to risk it. She's already forgotten Estrox, so it's not even worth worrying about.
Best not to remind me now.
Yeah,
not
don't talk
to
about
jog
it
my
too much. If you want to discuss, go discuss in the proper Discord channel. We don't need Mars's memory coming back to her.
No.
But I am very confident that she only may marginally even possibly remember when it comes up, and that is still highly doubtful.
I would bet Quatlu that I will not remember jack shit.
I would, however, be fairly, like, I do think it would be harder to forget major plot points. Like, one right-worth moment, I get. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, drop in the bucket, right? But if someone was to spoil you, like, this guy's the killer, it'd be like, that would kind of be hard to forget.
Because then it's kind of like, aw, now I know the answer.
Yeah, and that'd be harder to forget, you know?
It also would just make the mystery less exciting. It's like,
exactly.
Oh, okay.
And that's exactly why we have such a staunch stance on spoilers.
Honestly, Allie, I totally accepted that Phoenix and Miles did robotics together.
Yeah, that too.
I totally accepted that. I didn't even question that.
I mean, you know, they're building a little robotic steel samurai, maybe.
Oh, enthused. I have faith in Pastry Puff. And that they will remind
about
it.
No, Pastry Puff, it'll come to it. It'll happen. And then Pastry Puff will be like, this is the thing you spoiled for yourself, Mars. Right here. or Pastry Puff will be like,
I don't remember that.
No. I think what's more accurate is Pastry Puff will be like, wow, Mars really didn't remember that this is the moment she spoiled for herself.
You guys have way too much faith in my memory. I'm sorry. I deal with kids all day. There's no memory left.
Boop, 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 boop.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Okay.
I don't think I ever got to hear about yours and Pastry's thoughts on the end of Windbreaker Season 2, though.
I haven't.
Talking about spoilers and reveals and things. What?
Nothing.
Have you not been watching?
No.
Why?
Mars, the last anime that I watched was when I last talked to you about Dr. Stone. I didn't watch a single fucking anime all last week. I did watch The Wild Robot, and I did watch Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 again. I have yet to watch...
Did The Wild Robot make you cry?
Yes, I cried. Dylan also thought the one, like, tentacly robot was funny.
Oh, yeah, the insane one that tries to take
Why is this frame kind of sensual? Because apparently I can't draw not hot characters. So if two hot characters are interacting, you're gonna call it gay. Because they're both usually men.
Yes, says Strock, I have seen Flow. It's so good.
Mars recommended that one to me. It was more like the first night my parents were like, let's watch a movie. And I was like, all right, let's do this one. And they liked it, so it was worth it.
Oh, okay. If it isn't caught up yet, Pastry Puff, then...
It's definitely my excuse.
Myself.
Very
I'll
sensual.
Sit with these feelings.
Why this sensual? I guess he has a collar on? I don't know.
The collar.
How
it's the collar and the collar.
I guess, okay.
Or the collar and the collar.
It's hard. Part of me is like, let me ask what y'all think I could do to change it, but I'm not gonna change it. Yeah, like I like how it looks. Even if that looks gay, apparently.
It's also when it's zoomed in, it's giving Edward Elric. It's still giving Edward Elric.
You can't get over that. I feel like until the colors happen.
And it's because of the bang.
Until the colors happen. I feel like once the colors happen, he's very not Edward Elric colors. So...
So true.
It's the damn smile. He's okay, sure. You know what? Fine. He's being sadistic. Maybe guard 1 is getting off. Who knows? I probably kind of is. If I'm being honest, when we watch, when you read the episode, I mean, sadist would probably be one of the words you'd get.
Okay. You know what, guys? Have you watched Studio Ghibli's Howl's Moving Castle? You know that scene where Sophie is trying to leave the hat shop and go to her sister's bakery, and suddenly these guards come up on her and they go, oh, a little mouse seems to have gotten lost. This little mouse has some bite to her. That is what I modeled guard 1 off of. That slime is what I modeled it off of. So if you are trying to envision any kind of voice or any kind of tone, I am telling you here and now, that is the tone I was hearing in my head when I was writing Guard 1's dialogue. So if you need any audio references to go off of, that's it. That's the one. And if you haven't watched Studio Ghibli's Howl Moving Castle, what the hell are you doing? Go watch it.
I'm sorry that he's in jail. What do you want him to be?
We want him to be free.
No, how else do you hold a criminal? I'm sorry.
Well, even I'll say most criminals, at least in our world, are not held by
Okay,
collars.
they're supposed to be treated like animals. There's a reason.
It makes sense for our universe, but we're gonna have people who are gonna be like,
I'm sorry. I'm waiting for the average
the
Guard
name of the
1
game.
allegations. That's what I'm waiting for. I feel like that's where it's gonna happen. Because he touches him a lot.
It's gonna like pop off.
He touches him a lot. I'm waiting for that ship to be a ship.
Allie, you made an edit already?
Oh god, what? Oh no.
Edit.
God, I
where?
have so many. No, not the blushy.
Blushies? Oh no!
Allie,
Betrayal.
I'm glad you weren't here as the for
you
the
would not be far off.
the tilde controversy.
Oh, the fucking tilde controversy.
I didn't need you for the tilde. Ellie would not have helped.
That goddamn tilde.
Yeah. I hope Dylan doesn't
indeed.
see it.
He's gonna see it.
No, he
and we
might
are
not see it.
doomed.
May actually be the issue. Well,
The tilde
such
before
is life.
we have
Enthused.
We have banned the tilde.
Yeah, the tildes.
There are no more tildes.
We can't have nice tildes, okay?
This is why we cannot have nice things. The tilde controversy. So, Allie.
Uh-oh.
Okay. At least when I write dialogue, I usually add the tilde as like to indicate a sing-songy tone. So like if I'm texting Ori and I'm trying to tell her, oh, this episode was good, I might put a tilde at the end of that to indicate that my tone sounds more like the episode was good. That's how I interpret the tilde. Apparently y'all interpret the tilde as flirting and sexy. And that's why I cannot use tildes in dialogue anymore.
S-Drunk, when we print Outcast, I'm gonna have the tilde. 10 copies will have tildes or some shit.
You're gonna make me go back and put all the tildes in?
No, I would have to do that, not you.
I'd still have to find where they happen.
Oh, yeah,
originally.
But if they're gonna pay good money for it, I'm saying release the tilde cut.
This is true.
Okay.
20 for the original, 25 for the tilde cut.
No, I'm saying that there's like 10 there will be 10 copies of the tilde cut or some shit.
Ooh.
And it'll be first come, first serve. That's something like
lucky
that.
Winners.
My brain was dying though.
That was the tilde controversy. I was putting it at the end of characters' dialogue to indicate a sing-songy, teasing
No, it was
tone.
specifically related to sound effects that were specifically yawning. So yawning when you're like, oh, you know, like that, oh,
we did
when you're
add tildes
stretching,
for that too.
right? And apparently, when I
the tilde is
draw
also used
stretching
to
and yawning,
the word.
Apparently they look like certain acts had happened or are happening or some shit. Thanks, Dylan. And
if
yeah.
people are turned on by yawning, I cannot help you. I can't help you. That sounds like a you shoe. That's not a me shoe. It's an issue, but it's not a me shoe. That's a you shoe.
Just a blank page. Oh no. Enthuse, what have you done?
Oh no. Enthuse.
We put the tildes behind us. I thought we had. Who said it was an issue?
You took it all the way back to that? 2023, goddamn enthused. He's yawning, guys, and the tilde is at the beginning of the word. Ah. Unbelievable. This is why we can't have nice tildes.
It's a problem because that's not what we were trying to indicate. So if the majority is going to take it a different way, we removed the tilde.
In all seriousness, that is why they were removed. Because certain scenes are supposed to be read a certain way, and it's like, if this isn't happening and it's happening for a lot of people,
yeah,
like that's not an issue of interpretation. That's an issue of, okay, I gotta change my technique here. And I did. I will say that may be the only time I quote unquote changed something for, like, I don't want to say due to popularity or something like that, but like,
I mean, there were more tildes, Allie. There were more. That was one of the tildes. There were more tildes.
There were more.
That was what I think everybody considered the worst one, though. Like the worst offender.
Ferrex is hot. I'm sorry, he's hot.
As he's yawning with drool. Yeah,
And listen,
I guess I'm just ace as fuck, okay?
He's a good-looking boy. This is why he's gonna be Rumi in the K-pop Demon Hunter AU. Okay?
Which I know I still have to watch.
Yes, you very much do.
Okay, I have Friday off. We'll watch it. But I'm sorry, Art Fight has taken precedence. All right? And I can't
totally understand.
I can't watch an art fight, unfortunately. It does require more thing. My ace glasses are pretty strong, if I'm being honest. You have to you have to have pretty explicitly like stuff for Ori to be like,
Allie.
this
Definitely
is sexual.
Give it a watch. I was vibing the entire time watching that. It was great.
I've seen so much like fan art for it. Oh my god,
beautiful.
Yes, I need to watch it really bad.
As it's definitely made by the people who did Spider-Verse, because the animation is just mwah. Chef's kiss, so good. You want to see the way his cheek creases on his bed? I mean, his cheek is on his pillow, so I don't know what you're so excited about. You want his squishy face cheeks?
Yeah, Ferrex got dragged up to the treehouse by...
but I think I'm failing miserably.
That I will have to admit, that Ace Attorney moment caught me so off guard.
Which one?
The cheek creases at the seams? With Emma?
Oh, yeah, that.
Don't spoil, but yeah. Allie hasn't done Rise yet. But it was like, oh my god, that. Like that, like jarring. Jesus, yeah, jarring.
That came hella nowhere.
I also think the problem and the reason that it might be extra jarring for me is being
You'll
Ace.
have to witness it yourself, Allie.
So like as like a teen of Emma's age, like I didn't look at anybody that way, right? So it's like, oh, you know, like why are you thinking these? You know, it's like people would be like, oh yeah, this teacher's so hot, and I'm like, he's just a dude. Like that's kind of weird, guys. He's like a grown man. You're like 15. Why are we thinking about this? This just sounds like the wrong thing to do. I definitely took the holier than thou Ace route. I was definitely not there's something wrong with me. I was definitely like, why are all these heathens, you know, giving in to the fucking sins of the flesh? You know, I definitely looked at my friends that way. Like, see, oh my god, you're doing this shit.
I balance each other out perfectly, because she went I love you, meanwhile I went what's wrong with me? Why can't I feel? And then years later, it's like, oh, yeah, no, I'm above this.
Yeah, no, it was very much like my friends. Thank you, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy.
They're talking about her skirt. Oh God, wait, I lost the track here.
It's
no.
about Emma in 1.5.
Allie, so it's really not a spoiler. So it's not a story spoiler about who's the culprit or anything. Would you like to hear it? I'll ask first.
Just for your own peace of mind.
Yes, it is.
Would you like
a
this?
characterization moment, and nothing more. But we freaked out. No, not the rubber chicken! I thought you were gonna mention the screwdriver. Skirts? Not today! Today I'm drawing men. And none of those men are wearing skirts.
Maybe
Though they
some
could!
skirts will appear on Art Fight. No, it wasn't sexualizing Emma.
No, yeah. It was...
They didn't go that route.
Yeah, no,
Thank God.
Emma, honestly, it was a very, like, fine thing.
I think we're just scaring Allie even
Yes,
more.
Allie, it's honestly, it's honestly pretty chill. It was more just shocking. Kilts, there you go.
Yeah, that's the way.
It was just like I didn't expect it. Feel free to tell. Okay, so basically, Emma, she's our aide during Rise from the Ashes. And with her, we go to Edgeworth's office. And Emma is an Edgeworth fangirl, apparently. We learn, and we, like, click on he has a little chaise lounge in his office. And, in his office, and we click on it, and Emma's like, oh, I can imagine Edgeworth just, he doesn't go home. He just, sleeps on the chaise lounge. And, I can picture his little cheeks, creases from the seams and this sort of thing. And we're all like, whoa, Emma, slow your roll. This is Phoenix's man. Can we chill? Prosecutors apparently, Willow.
We were just not ready for that moment.
I was just so surprised. But like I was saying, it's very much like, yeah, my friends were always talking about shit and whatever.
Indeed.
Yeah, but like honestly, pretty average like teen girl experience makes sense logically that Edgeworth's hot, that's fine.
That wasn't our teenage girl experience.
But yeah, but that's the thing that I think gets me is it's always like, okay, I can recognize that like this is the average experience of like people going through their teen years, but damn, am I still shocked every time. That it's like I feel so young. Think it's the brooding. Edgeworth's
you're gonna
brooding.
have a fun time with K-pop demon hunters, Ori.
But yeah, I definitely took the holier than thou route as an ace of like I am a god, and not that far, but very much like my friends telling me about shit and being like, guys, can't you hold it in? Like, why are you doing this in the school stairwell and library? Like, can you go home?
Can you
please? Like, this just out of my brain, it's just like, how could anybody be into doing that like in the school? Come on. Yeah. My parents were very chill. And they never asked me about if I had any boyfriends or anything, and they literally never did. Honestly, my parents were even more chillax about it than Kim Possible's parents. They never even joked of oh, you two should be dating or whatever. Literally nothing at all. And yes. I never even got a no boys talk or anything like that. Literally they just existed, and I think my mother bought me a puberty book at one point, and that was it.
I feel
pretty
everyone's
young.
mom in our town did that
because I think it was on Facebook or some shit. I feel that was it was touted on the news or something because it was the same one. Everybody got the same one.
It was the exact same book,
and I will say
it was the exact same one.
Very informative.
American Girl doll.
Was it American Girl doll? I remember it was
I don't know about you. I remember it. I got the Care and Keeping of You.
I think that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah. That's what it was.
The one that was going around.
Yeah.
Yes, Enthuse. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah,
very
everyone in
informative.
our grade did
I will
too.
say, top tier book. Like,
it was good.
Very informative.
It was thorough.
Yeah. And not weird. You know? Like, it didn't make me feel weird. It was very just like...
You could tell that it was written by women.
Well, you can join the club, Allie. You could join the club.
Yes, welcome. We have cookies.
Welcome to the club.
Come join the dark side.
Yeah, I guess, like, I was surrounded by a lot of people that, like, just let me exist. You know, so they didn't, like, push or, like, think I'm weird or anything. They were just like, nah, you know, like, we're gonna be doing weird teen shit and she could be here. Yeah. You know, like, I remember a lot of, like, I will say, my high school friends were very, very horny. And they did very, very crazy, like, truth or dare shit. But I was very lucky, and I was never peer pressured. I will say, for lack of a better term, I'm definitely a little bit of a spitfire, and I punched multiple people in the face. So if you fucking tried to make me do that shit, you would not. And I was not afraid to cut people out of my life. So it was like, no. Ori doesn't deal with this shit. And I will also say, I had a lot of friends that were guys that were also, thankfully, very not weird about it. So that was cool, too.
See, that's appreciated.
Probably most of my...
Allie, I'm sorry you had to do that.
Yeah, I remember always being confused about, like, is this a crush or is this, like, I want to be their friend? I can't tell a difference.
Oh, that was the feeling.
Yeah. It's okay.
I remember dating one of my guy
have the
friends.
Weird experience.
We actually got together, and we went out for a good amount of time. But then, as the relationship was progressing, I was just like, you know, I think I liked being a friend more. That was preferable. Can we go back to that, please?
I think
we tried, and then it turned out he wasn't a great friend either, so I had no problem cutting that one off.
I think doing a, like, contact sport of martial arts, so it was like there was a lot of grappling in the martial art that I did, jiu-jitsu, that definitely, I think, overall helped, because the guys that were there, like I did it from the age of 8. Right, so we're talking like very young. Yeah, but we're talking like very young. You're growing up with these people, so like you're not afraid of like being weird about it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're like older, like a teen, I can feel like you're going into this new environment and you're like feeling weird about it because it's like teen time. But like
it's a lot of touching, it's a lot of grabbing.
I've been grappling with these, you know, guys since, you know, we were single digits, right? So it's like, no, I will fight you. We will fight. Like, let's fight, you know, sort of shit, right? So it was very much like being
fight
in a context where
teen time TM.
So people weren't weird. You know, I feel like that was definitely like a big benefit to it. And then also being ace, I never saw it as weird, right? Like I never even thought about it as weird. So it just sort of like worked out, I guess, but that meant I was not afraid to deck someone if they were gonna be a bitch about it. But I definitely have the
school was wild like that.
The unaverage experience. I got very lucky.
Actually, it's never too late. I'm pretty sure you're on a college campus, right? Do they offer self-defense courses?
They totally, I will say.
My undergrad college had a self-defense course that I took. And I did that for, I think, 3 months. And then there was a test we had to pass at the end of it. And that was honestly pretty fun. It was active. It was good skill to learn and got to make some friends.
It was a good fake crush to choose then, Allie, you know, if it worked out. But yeah, I will say, Allie, there is definitely some sort of martial arts club on your campus. And from my experience, they are all very welcoming of beginners and new people.
This was actually really wild. I don't know if they do this at yours, Allie, but my college, when we first came for orientation, my college was located... No, this was... I can't make a Mars pun with that. Lorientation, I guess.
She tried, Star.
But what was I saying? There was a town right next to my campus, and it was a very local shop type town. Like, you had your little independent businesses here and there, your little shops. And what the college did was they invited the different storefronts to the campus to basically let the freshmen know that they were there, they could go shopping there. They were handing out like coupons, cards, those loyalty program cards. And one of the places that came was the martial arts studio down the block. And they're like, oh yeah, come for a free class. I'm like, Base, let's go.
She has to be equally oblivious, though, Estrock. So it has to be like, guy sits on her lap. Yeah, we're just friends. This is fine. This is whatever. And if he's not being weird about it, you know, outwardly, you know, who cares? But, you know, like, oh, you know, we're
at, not
like...
just Orin High School Hosts Club.
Yeah, honestly. Very true.
Do it, Allie.
There's so many. There's so many.
You would be surprised what clubs and just different areas are around your college.
Oh yeah, that's my biggest college rec.
Take advantage of it. Yes.
There's so much shit.
Take advantage of it now because you're a student. It's all free.
Yeah, seriously. Take it while it's free.
Those defense courses, free. 3 months worth of punching people for free. You're right, Allie. It is just Psyche K.
Ooh, yeah. Psyche K is a good one.
You're right.
Psyche K. Yeah. Psyche is such a good ace.
Psyche
ace arrow ace guy.
The whole way through.
Yeah, a hundo.
Every way to Sunday, that man.
We stan arrow ace Psyche. He's great. Okay, guys, in the fucking blank page, at least the Ferrex one I can understand. This one doesn't have a tilde. Why is Dylan on about this one? Psyche is Arrow Ace icon.
It's the touch.
Okay, my brain died.
Is it gay to put your hand
touch
on
another
your
person?
shoulder?
Is it romantic to touch someone else in any way on the shoulder? Just on the shoulder, guys. On the shoulder. Because if so, you're gonna ship it.
Hello.
Hello,
oh my gosh,
Didi.
I feel like we have
Been
everyone
a while.
tonight.
We do. It does feel like we have everybody. Oh, I keep wanting to say this.
The way it's framed? Well, that's an Ori problem.
Opportune
that's
time.
An Ori thing. I have nothing to do with that.
It's mutual? Okay. No, what was I gonna say? Okay, I keep wanting to say this. Guys, I want you all to know, if you're drawing these police hats, they're all vibes. Okay? It's the Ori curse. It is Ori. Ori is cursed to be really ace, but really good at drawing hot people.
Truly is
like of any creed, right? Like of any shape, size, anything, they're hot. The shoulder touches are always intimate. How are the shoulder touches always? I feel like the shoulder touch is one of the places you can touch a person normally. Where else? If you need to get a random person's attention, where are you supposed to tap them?
How often do you touch people? I mean, S-Truck, you just heard about me and Ori beating up other people, so...
I feel like fairly often.
When we did that, it was pretty frequently.
Okay, listen to me. I work in a field very near construction work. So a lot of times, people have the earplugs in, and jackhammers and shit are going, it's very loud. So you can't call out to somebody if you need to talk to them when they're jackhammering. Where do you tap them?
Gotta be the shoulder.
It's the shoulder.
This is true, TD. Intimate does not equal
I guess
romantic.
so. I guess that's a line that very few people recognize, though, TD. I feel like the second it's intimate, they're like, oh, it's what kind? Normal sidewalk.
Well, I think because for a lot of people, intimate does equal romantic.
Yeah.
But that I feel goes deeper into society and that whole can.
Oh,
of
and that's why I
worms.
wanted to have those
Not that kind of jackhammering, Estrock.
in public.
Oh my God. The jackhammering you do with a tool.
It's the whole hand tap. Just the existence is pretty gay. Existence is pretty gay. I
Mm.
think it is very
This
much.
is true.
I am a contact person without question, and on top of that, it's then there's Ace on top of that. So it's very much like let's have just normal bros touching bros. They live together as roommates. Like let them be intimate without being gay. I'm not against ships, but like let it
We
not
ship
be
Milano
gay.
and Hotson
You know what I'm
every way
saying?
to Sunday.
Let it not be gay. I guess my question is, why do I feel like Kim Possible and Ron have it so good at just being chill friends, and they touch each other all the time? I don't know. How do you get the fine line? What are they doing that I'm not, I guess, is the question. What
But
are
here's
they
the
doing that
problem,
I'm
Ori.
not?
Even with that, and even though they are such good friends, people
Yeah, see, okay. The
like,
difference
you're never
is...
going to stop the ship.
I think the goal is not to stop the ship. The goal is to make it so that it's like, while I ship it, I see them also just being friends. You know what I'm saying? Like Nice and Wreck is like they're not friends. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just not friends.
Those boys are gay.
Right? Yeah. Like it's obviously like they are
drinks,
gay.
They're getting wet.
You know what I'm saying?
They
But
got
like
the rivals
you can
thing
have
going on.
but like you can have Ron and Kim, and where you can ship them, you can also be like, but they're just friends. You know what I'm saying? I'm not actually mad at any guys. I want to make sure everybody knows I'm not mad at anybody.
Yeah, this is not anger.
Pure theatrics, mild annoyance at best.
We are hamming it up because we must entertain.
Exactly. If we're not entertaining,
This
what
is-
are we? I'm gonna sneeze.
This is what we are not paid to do.
You got me, Estrock. I am a Homo sapien. Damn it.
Ooh, Estrock got you there. I don't know what rebuttal you have for that.
I guess I'm gay, guys. This is how I'm gonna tell y'all.
Ooh, it comes down to the fingers too, TD. Oh, I'm learning so much tonight.
But like, okay, if you are best bros with somebody, right? Like you are on a ship where you only have like a few people. You have to rely on them explicitly for your survival, right? So you have to trust them implicitly. You're gonna tap this man on the shoulder, right? Now, other side, okay, like fully, you're gonna put like full smack hand on the shoulder, right? Now, new guy comes in, you fucking hate him. He's gonna fuck shit up real bad. So you're gonna manhandle him. You're gonna push him around. You don't want him
Not
to be
in a
comfortable
way.
here. You want him to think that he's less of that. You want him to go the fuck away. Pirate, okay, fine, you got me, Allie. Pirates are pretty gay. I guess I
This
made
is
this
true.
bed not
I mean,
to lie
our
in
food
it.
means death in deeper waters. Yeah. We can't escape that one.
Just pirates are gay. I guess you got me.
We tried, Ori. We tried, but the people have spoken.
The people, they got me.
They've spoken.
Just
Just a sunburn. I mean, those boys are getting, well, maybe a little sunburn. They do have the fur. I imagine that helped.
They only have fur in some places, though.
True. And we haven't invented sunscreen yet.
Yeah.
Open with fingers is kind of urgent. Well, TD, what about you clutch their shoulder? You put your hand on and you grab it.
Okay, wait. I need to square a circle. All right. Where is the line between dominating, right, in like a sexual romantic tension way versus being like a dick? You know what I'm saying? I had a word before, like antagonizing, right? Like I feel like how do you bully someone these days without them thinking it's gay?
How do you bully someone without being hot?
If a hot character bullies another character, no matter how scared the other character or angry the other character is, someone's gonna think it's sexual tension. Is that a telescope in your pocket? No, bullying is gay. This is what we've confirmed. You can't... Guys, we've solved the problem. If you literally just tell your bully that bullying is gay, you win. Done. Being evil is gay. Unfortunately, Allie, you're right. Being evil is gay. It's just everything is gay. And it's not even Pride Month. This is how it's gotta be. I think it's really funny though. I ship Hotsun and Milano really hard outside of the comic, right? It's like I ship them really hard. I've only drawn them kissing once.
Every AU we have,
but they've all
involved
kissed
once.
A ship. Isn't that wild?
It's crazy.
What kind of ship artist am I?
Ugh. Tisk tisk, Scory. Tisk tisk. I don't know what you're doing.
The roommates, yeah. The
roommates we had a lot. Okay, well, he's not brushing his hair aside. That's too gentle.
Yeah, no. I will say there is one frame in like the first couple episodes that is like, wow, this is actually really gay. Like, yeah, I can see like literally this is blush
and
away
there's the whole
from being a
hangout
BL
arc where the dialogue is not helping
like,
either.
Right. There's two dudes, sitting in a boat watching a sunset. Like, okay, and they're reminiscing. All right, I get it. I understand.
It's definitely a soft moment.
I guess what's gonna be really wild in though
could come from.
What's gonna be really wild in though is that if we do indeed go through with this thruple idea in the next comic, it is gonna be fucking wild in how explicit it's going to be. Because if I'm doing this implicit shit,
I'm wondering if the exact opposite is gonna happen, where we're like, okay, we don't want them to be shipped together in canon. Everyone ships them. Okay, these guys are gonna be so canon. It's gonna be incredibly canon. All the cannonballs are coming, and nobody ships them at first.
I'm gonna say I don't think that's gonna happen, and the reason I don't think that's gonna happen is because the Kofi does prove that I can make it gayer. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Kofi proves that I can go
trust your ability.
Harder. Pun intended. But, pun also not intended that time, but still. So I'm just gonna say, like, we're here, and it's like, people could be like, are they gay? Like, there's an argument, but that means that when we get to the thruple, it's gonna be so explicit that nobody can argue, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, Allie.
It's gonna be right there for all to see.
I would view that. If you do that, I want to see it. Every panel, give a gay score.
That'd be incredible, actually. Please do that.
Every word, honestly, I feel the least gay part is the words 90% of the time, except in the Senate hangout. The words are the least gay.
I do my best to toe the line.
I just like, there's gonna be so many fights, and it's just gonna be like, ooh, they're in ship.
You have read my Vashwood fix. You know I can make shit romantic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I do feel like we'll be
turn
able
anything romantic
to pull it off
my superpower
with the thruple, but I feel like it's gonna be like, you know, you can't even spin it. Oh, they're just friends. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're just friends is like already. Girls are fighting.
I don't think we're fighting.
Honestly, I think Mars and I are on the same side.
I think we're in agreement here.
Are you saying the girls in the thing will be fighting and not be gay?
We haven't even established what the characters will be. I definitely
they are
feel
gay
like
though.
It's got to be a mixed group, you know?
Mm-hmm. Wait, we're talking about the thruple?
I'm talking about the thruple.
I'm kind of here for the girl guy or girl guy NB. I'm actually really here for really pushing an NB. I'm really because
want the NB.
Okay, mild baby mild spoilers for Iron Widow, but honestly, like barely anything. Go
read the book, you guys. It's so well written.
The way that Yiji is described is exactly what I want.
Yes.
Like, oh my lord, that's the vibe. Like the soft with the hair. Oh,
so fucking.
And the way both of them.
Good.
Oh, so good.
The picture that is painted.
Yeah. No. I want him, but we'll just make it specifically really non-binary, and we'll really put that in the outfits too, like both ways. Like we'll go even harder, you know.
That's all we need. That's all we want.
Play it up. We gotta play it up.
Sadly, that is years down the line, but we are thinking about it.
It will happen. It's just a long time coming. I will say, the moment Mars and I retire, we're gonna be fucking churning out comics.
Oh, hell yeah.
like Jesus, we're gonna retire. We're gonna be like 65, and then by the time we die, we're gonna have like 20 more comics. It's just the word, Allie. Let words be words. Oh, it's a reference? I see. I didn't know the ref. What is it from? What is the girls are fighting from? Yes, please read Iron Widow, though. Please, 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 please.
It's really good.
Borrow it from your library. Use your library.
Yes.
Get it. Read it.
Or go to your local bookstore. Support your local bookstore.
I have not recommended a book this hard since Dungeon Meshi. Okay?
I am so surprised, Ori, because when I lent it to you, I was like, Ori's not the biggest fan of mechs, so I don't know how much she's gonna like one.
So I will say, the way the mechs work is particularly intriguing over other types of mechs. I really like the idea of the whole thing and how they work in all aspects. The first description of her piloting the first mech is everything. Like, oh lord.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh my god. Like, it's like, oh, you thought of it all. Like, damn.
I am all for, like, the Mind Palace.
Just the idea of, like,
good.
They just keep going back to, like, you know, the Lotus stuff. It's like, oh, so good. And so beautiful. Yeah, I'm not against mechs. Also, like, the mech is not the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the mech is a framework for it, you know? Like, the mech, it's not about mechs. It's a story with mechs, right? Like, Promare. Promare's not about the mechs. It's a story with mechs. Wild enthuse. All right.
Crazy.
Well, now I know.
The more you know.
Yeah. I think Gurren Lagann toes the line. But I will say it's more about a story than about mechs.
It's more of a coming of age story than about the
and the human like spirit, right? I like that shit, right? So that's what we're having. We're having like very human spirit shit. Like I'm here for that, right? the only and
Oh, you
really
you
am,
know me. I like my character.
and I fucking love Voltron Mars. I'm really like to say I dislike mechs is not the thing. I dislike drawing mechs, and if I'm being honest, human mechs are boring. I'm gonna say it. I like Voltron better when they're lions. The mechs in Iron Widow are 99% animals. And then when they do get human-y-ish forms, they're still pretty animal-y. Like, they're still, I will admit, wish they had digigrade legs. We're lost, you know, but like the symbolism, I'm okay with the symbolism, you know, of how it works, right? Like, we're good. I can accept. Promare has very interesting mech designs. They have, like,
their
really
designs are
funky
so good.
shapes going on. Gurren Lagann also has a little bit of that. It's interesting how they clip together. They are still human. They're probably my least favorite mech design overall. But yeah. I definitely am not like, I don't like mechs. I just really don't want to draw them. I don't love them enough to have any desire to spend that time. Because there's like a part of me where it's like, all right, I want it to make sense. So I don't want to just like, oh, it's a lion, but it's boxy, right? Like, I feel like it's a pride thing, I guess, for lack of a better term. Because it's like, do I personally care if the, you know, Voltron robot lions make logical sense? No, I don't. It's also explained away by space magic, as literally everything else is. You know, do I care about, you know, looking at the reference art for the Iron Widow mechs, if they would make sense? No, it doesn't matter, because they're also made out of the magic, you know, science equivalent of magic metal, you know, like it's, they're easily explained with magic. Freaking, you know, Gurren Lagann has spiral power, and I don't even know what Promare has, but it's obviously not the point.
Promare had the mechs, but they could be altered through burnished flame.
Yeah, again,
that's what Leo does.
There's
in the
magic
final battle.
involved, so I'm not watching being like, oh, like a robot couldn't work that way, and
Or
yet
you would never watch Evangelion or
no.
any. What is it, Gynax?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Allie. No, Gundam?
Gundam?
Is that what you're talking about? Gundam?
Yeah, Gundam. I think I'm thinking of the studio. That makes sense.
Oh. But it's very like I obviously am watching these and don't care because it's very easily explained away. But there's like a part of me that wouldn't be able to let it go if it didn't make a little bit of sense. Just like the animal, like, you know, how the parts work together, right? Like I really am not particularly interested in adding wings on top of a human because you can't really do that. And I feel like saying it's magic is like too far if it's like real wings. You know what I'm saying? If they're magic wings, that's a different story. Like if the wings themselves look made of magic. But
we do like just a touch of science behind our
I want
designs.
it to be with speculative, you know, evolution is like something that we talk about, right? It's like fantasy evolution. Like I want it to be like, oh, this would kind of make sense.
Ori, start drawing.
I'm sorry.
You gotta draw.
I think at 10 I'm gonna go to art fight either way.
Okay. I
am still trying to draw.
You were approaching that.
I am still trying to draw, but even though I was drawing pretty consistently this whole time, I wasn't making it.
No, you did pretty good.
I did.
You got through a good amount of panels.
But I think that is like
OTD explaining how the hands work.
But so then on top of that, I also am just very aware that to draw mechs in a comic, I think I'd want to die. And thus the designing of the mech-ishness that will exist in our next comic is going to have to be very, very tight.
Nice pastry.
Oh, snap. You learn so much from this chat.
We strive for it, Allie.
I feel like all of our chats you could learn
Evangelion
something.
robots look kind of goofy to me.
I have to look at
I
them.
forget what the Evangelion robots look like. Evangelion. Gelio. Yeah, that's what I wanted to type. Robots. They're definitely very classic.
Yeah,
mech.
they're lame. They're so lame.
It feels like
they're just dudes.
this is person as robot. And for some reason, they have thigh muscles that are sculpted.
They're just really exaggerated human. And I find that incredibly boring. Right, like if you're gonna build a mech, I'm being honest, human is just a bad shape for things. We're optimized for one thing. And it's running. For a long time. Not a fast time. For a long time. We don't really got a lot else going on.
Which doesn't seem like the best combat-wise, gotta be honest.
No. Like I really feel like if your goals are certain
fly,
things,
jump,
and also when you're on a mech, why are you making hands to then hold more things? Right? I don't need a hand to hold a sword. That's inefficient. Make my hand a sword. Right? Like why is it
this
separate?
This is what Voltron had.
Yeah.
It became a sword.
Yeah. Yeah, quadruped. For a lot of things, they are enthused. A lot of things they are. But it's very just like... Yeah, 100% pastry puff. The humans are not built for a lot of things. We can only...
More sketches? Ooh.
We can only do a lot of things okay. And the reason that we're like top of the food chain and everything is because we do have opposable thumbs. I will say opposable thumbs really good on the tier list, but the biggest thing is we have a brain that is really good at doing brain things and working together. Okay, even though it doesn't feel that way all the time, but that's the point. Community.
Ooh, the bunny mech is really cool and big.
Plantigrade is just good for, but like very few things are. What else looks like us? Like when you look at animals, yeah, they've never had any brains enthused. It's a brain mass to body mass ratio, I will say. It's very interesting. But like there's not really any other biped mammals that work our way. You talk about lemurs, they're kind of biped, but the lemurs that are kind of biped are specifically bad at walking and they're only good at climbing and jumping, right? So it's a whole thing. Okay, dodging sideways is, but we're talking very minimal things. I just feel like, why make it just so human?
Ooh.
You know, you can have
with
biped.
A jellyfish design?
Could
There's
be interesting. It's one of those things where it's like, go a little more ham. You know, it doesn't even need to be that more ham, but just like a little more ham than a dude with like wing fins. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Where is my favorite thing? What is it called? What is the mech TTRPG called? Lancer.
Oh, rats.
I got it. It's Lancer.
This truck got it too.
Okay. I am obsessed with this mech specifically. So Lancer is a tabletop RPG that's all about mechs. And this, I believe, is a fan mech? I don't think it's... I'm not sure. I don't know if it's official or not, but that's besides the point. The point is that look at this cool shit!
That is hella awesome.
Would I be a person mech instead of
I
this?
could be fucking wolf with the double tail.
It's got claws. Hello.
Robo,
Sorry,
why are you
Robo.
falling from ceilings?
Hello, Penguin. Yeah,
And
it's
hello,
a gay one
Penguin.
earning his name. Okay, this mech is awesome. You have jaws to fight, but oh look, it's a fucking cannon, as it fucking should be. Okay, you got cool whip tail, you got all these fucking claws. We're better at jumping now. We're still biped, and then instead of we have opposable thumbs plus fucking claws and swords. Why would I pick a human mech, a boring ass human mech, over this thing? You know what I'm saying?
It's so fucking
Like you can,
good.
I mean, there's a lot of really cool Lancer mechs,
Like,
and
this
some
is
are
what I
more towards
want.
my proclivities than others. This is somebody else drawing it. But like, the Lancer mechs at least vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like they got more going on. Like, look at this thing. Why would you not make a mech?
That's just so
That's cool. Like here's one that's even like closer to human shape, but it's very much not just human shape. You know what I'm saying?
It's got way more going on with it.
It has hands with sword. It has hands and gun and shield. Like it feels like a mech, right?
Yeah.
This is a 40k mech. I don't care. The point is,
like a machine.
It doesn't feel like I'm just a dude in a bigger dude suit. This one, I don't like as much. Why are you holding things? You know what I'm saying? Why are you shouldn't be holding things as a mech that are the things you should use.
The shape language
It definitely has more.
It's very cool.
But I'm just saying, like, be cooler shit.
See, I think I'm okay.
I like this
more
one.
with the hands holding things than you are.
I like this one.
As long as the shape language is still good and reading as mechanical to me.
I just feel like if I'm a mech, why am I holding my own weapons? I can lose those. You know, if you pick something else up, that's fine. But why am I holding my own weapon? You know, that just sounds like like you can take it now.
Recipe for disaster.
Yeah, but look at these things. Way cooler. Very much appreciated. Very mech indeed. But like this is beautiful. I love the werewolf so much. The werewolf is one of my favorite mech designs ever. It has everything I want.
That has to be inspo for the next con.
It has been.
Good.
Definitely.
Good.
When you said mech, and I had like the first time I had recently found that, and I was like, okay, I can accept, I guess. Yeah, see, Rova, like my thing is like, okay, if you're specifically picking somebody else's weapon, like I think that mechs having hands, like ways to grab things and hold things that are like kind of hands with opposable thumbs, fine. You can then pick things up and move things and manipulate other things. Benefit. But if my weapon is a sword, why would I not make the sword part of me so that it's harder to lose than if the sword, I have to hold it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like I'd want an explanation. I think an author could explain it, why this would be a better benefit one way or the other. I have yet to see one, though. Switch weapon. Yeah, but see, okay. TD, while I can understand that sentiment, a lot of times, as we've discussed, mechs have sci-fi magic, right? Like, they got something else where they're not just real. They're manipulating things outside of their thing. So there is nothing stopping them from just materializing a separate weapon attached to, like, a different weapon attached to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the suspension of disbelief is viable enough already that we could just do that. Oh no, not human-shaped mechception, Allie.
Oh my god.
Is a giant ball a mech? I think it can be, yeah. I guess so, Rove. I guess, but I guess my gripe is when we're in media that isn't explained that, like, technically, right? Like, we're talking, Promare doesn't explain really anything about their mechs, right? Like they exist, right? Voltron literally has quintessence, literally space magic, right? Like they literally operate on space magic, right?
Super monkey
Gurren
ball
Lagann
tech.
has literal
Are we suggesting the monkey
spiral
ball's a
power
mech?
magic, right? What was the other one I was just talking about?
Lancer?
No, not Lancer. There's another one. There's one more. Oh, frickin' Iron Widow. Literally space magic. like it's literally
the reason we started down this path.
Yeah, like it's literally space magic. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like 1, 2, 3, 4. I got halfway done. That's not bad. I got half done. Technically, I have 5 more minutes, but that's not what I'm doing. Ah, crap.
Back to art fights.
Back to art fight. Yeah, mechs are just shape-shaping. Exactly. And so I'm saying, why would I make those lamed? Those shapes. Lame shapes. I guess I'm also just personally anti-human shape, apparently.
That too.
It will be very interesting, though, for our next comic characters to be just people, but have their animals, like, in their design without being, like, just animals.
I think that's gonna be really cool.
Like how Lang is Wolf Boy.
What I kind of like about it is we're gonna be able to, like, kind of focus on the human design and make those really, like, stand out.
Yeah, I think it will be fun.
Very iconic. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Mega Man X series filled with mechs. They need their hands to hold each other.
Okay,
this is true, Penguin.
but see,
how X are we gonna have X and 0?
That's fine. I just saying,
guess it would
like,
be XX0.
like, have a hand and then allow the space magic to make it so your hand can turn into a sword instead of grabbing a sword.
Anime with the crazy complicated suit setup.
I have no idea, TD.
Was it Deca something? I don't know if that's a mech show, though.
But see, Roval, that's exactly to my point. If they're not gonna go into it, which I'm totally fine with them not going into it, go more ham. That's it. That's all I want. All I want is if you're not gonna try to explain it, then you have no reason to go more ham.
0XX?
Oh no, Allie, don't say anything.
Ooh, you're right, Penguin. You're right. First person is on top. That's why it's Milano X Hotson.
Oh, is that? I didn't know that's how it worked.
Yeah, that's how it works. The first person listed is usually the one who tops.
I didn't know this fact about ships. All right. That's tough, though. So many BL ships are like switches in fandom.
Oh, a ton.
So many. There's very few.
It depends on what's happening in the story. It depends on who needs to be taken care of at what moment.
There's very few that I feel like are constantly one way.
Yeah, that's right. It's called Rightworth, Ori.
Oh.
Miles
but
X
see,
Phoenix.
They're definitely like, but okay. Fandom makes them switch, though.
They are hella switches.
I have not gotten a consistent one way or the other. Every moment is like, in this scenario, one way. See, we make it very clear-cut in our ships. No, if I'm being honest, the Ferrex Everett ship is like just a fight the whole time. It's very aggressive. I was like literally listening to a song and I was like, yeah, this is the Ferrex Everett Bandai ship. Some sort of rebound happens. There's gotta be something at Everett, like
Ori, you have ruined me by suggesting that Ferrex and Everett could be a rare pair. Because literally for the Demon Hunter AU, I was like, oh, it's good. Everett would make such a fucking good Genu.
It's too
God
good,
damn
though. It's a good bad ship, you know?
It is.
Yeah, exactly, Penguin. That's what we were talking about.
Enemies to enemies, yes.
Digitally building Legos.
Rare pair is basically when two unlikely characters get shipped together. So, like, characters you'd never see,
or they might never even
like they don't even interact with each other.
But it's like, ooh, I could see
setup.
in a world where they do interact.
The vision is there, you know.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm gonna look up most famous rare pair ship.
Enemies to enemies. I mean, that's what it feels like, Angel. Enemies to enemies.
I'm trying to find
Enemies to
stuff I recognize. None of these I recognize.
I'm trying to think of...
Persona rare pair, Reek. Okay, here we go. Who are the rare pairs?
Wirt and Jason Funderburker.
Oh, yeah, that would count.
That's one I have seen.
That would be a rare pair for sure.
Fran Maya?
I'm not sure that's a rare pair.
I don't know if I'd say that's a rare pair. They interact a fair amount.
Pretty frequently. I feel like Maya Emma would be a rare pair.
Ooh, Maya Emma.
Because they don't interact. Or even Maya K.
Maya K. Okay, like Eustace K, I feel like would be a rare pair.
I don't know. There's someone out there who's gotta. K insults Eustace
no,
too much
Mordetwai
is
the other one. Crack ship. Mordetwai is crack ship. So is all the Jujutsu Kaisen and Disney Princess ones. Crack ship. Tony the Tiger and the Grinch. Crack ship.
Crack ship. Onceler and himself. Crack ship.
I don't even know about that. I feel like that one's too viable,
would basically
actually.
Be like, it's for the vibe.
They're also not rare? Well, I don't know if... Well,
I guess
no. I don't think rare pair necessarily has to be that very few people ship it. I think it's more just like, it's all in the fandom, right? So far, Emma and Maya have not directly interacted.
Ooh, that's true, Penguin. That's true. The problem is I don't remember any of their names, so I couldn't use them.
Chloe and Fred Flintstone, crack shit.
Chloe and oh, gee. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, S-Dog. I don't think Eustace K is rare.
No, they actually interact. But so at this point, to my recollection, Maya and Emma have not interacted at all. So I would have to say that at this point, that is a rare pair. Whether or not a lot of, it is common for people to ship it, I don't think necessarily matters. I think it is just the fact that they literally don't interact. So we literally have nothing to go off of.
Well, no, rare pairs also do come down to, how many people would think to ship.
I see. But see, then Everett and Ferrix is gonna stop being rare pair real fast.
This is also true. So then it just turns crack. Would Maya Athena be crack?
I have to say no, because I think canonically Maya's much, significantly older than Athena. So it wouldn't work.
It's cute how you think that would stop shippers.
No, okay. But, that's not... that doesn't make it crack. That just makes it weird. Crack ship is, out of the box, these characters have nothing to do with each other.
Hiccup and Rapunzel. That's the one coming
completely
to mind.
Different properties. I think that's important.
Does anyone remember the How to Train Your Dragon Tangled, Rise of the Guardians?
Yep. Oh, big one.
Brave crossover era.
All right.
That was wild.
Gumshoe Maggie is rough because Gumshoe is a bit older in my opinion, but I think the biggest thing is the fact that it starts as her boss. It's a little odd. Yeah, it's pretty older. I don't... Is it 10? I don't remember if it's 10. It might be 10. It might be more than 10.
Pastry Puff finished their attack!
Woo!
Let's go see! Ooh. Love the jellyfish mech enthuse. More jellyfish mech. Damn. Okay, I'm definitely in the wrong channel, but that was a nice treat. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're right. 10 years-ish. Within the 10 years. Yeah, I think the power dynamics are the worst part. I think the power dynamics are the very worst part. And if Maggie was older when they first met, it'd be fine. Like, if Maggie was, like, 26 and Gumshoe was 36 and they weren't in, like, boss, you know, lackey, I'd be like, okay, like, I could see this. Because Gumshoe, he's not really, he doesn't have much more life experience at that point. You know what I'm saying? But because...
At least where we are in the timeline, Enthuse, they are not
I don't know if it's officially canon. I think they're just, like, they like each other, and they keep doing things where they're, like, acknowledgement of each other's existence in, like, a, oh, way. My brain died. What am I doing?
Oh, no.
I think that's all the colors.
You're art fighting. Don't drop your sword.
Oh, no, I need to... You need to have colors.
Get those colors. Ooh, what ship do you have, Lucy?
My
what
goodness.
ship? Is it gonna set sail? Whoa. Whoa. Hello, Discord.
I also
Why
feel
you
like
glitching?
it's difficult to say any ships in our comic are or are not rare pairs. 'Cause we just don't have a very large sample size.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
See, here's the problem with our characters. We wanted them to cross paths with each other pretty frequently because we want our universe to feel like a connected one.
But I'm just saying,
it's gonna be
like, not
pretty
even that.
hard to have rare pairs.
We just have such a small sample size that, like, we already don't have a consensus. You know what I'm saying? At least not a verbal one. Enthuse, big verbal shipper, is of Hotes and Sinnet, not Lano. So, like, you know?
Well, to be fair, at least in comic verse, there is more evidence for Hotes and Sinnet than there is
Soon.
Lano. So, yes, soon. Okay, all I saw was Pearl Maya and...
What? Don't cry as Pearl. You're making it weird.
I'm not trying to. I'm crying as sad, traumatized Mars.
No, Mason. He's not conceited.
Milano's a lover. Milano's a lover. Get on the Kofi. You'll see what I mean.
What a sentence.
Oh,
The lover,
Tenya
not a
and
fighter.
Ochako.
Is that
That's
rare?
Uraraka, right?
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay.
See, I guess I don't
Tenya's
know.
the one with the glasses, right?
Yeah, and the engine calves.
I mean, I could see that. He's part of the 3-man friend group in the beginning, at least.
At the beginning, yeah.
So I could see that. That's
That's
literally all I know about them, though, is the proximity. I'm sorry, I don't know too much about MHA.
Oh, wait. Pastry Puff Jew Alleys? Is that what happened?
Oh,
wait,
where
we're
is
looking
it?
At Mex. Oh, that's the Pokemon lady. Art fight. There we are.
Very confused.
Oh! Joro! Oh, all of them. Joro and Bingus, and I'm sorry, I forget the cat's name, the Tabaxi's name. But Joro!
I gotta find the channel.
It's in Art Fight. What did y'all
I'm
quote us?
heading there.
Oh,
I'm heading there.
Okay, that is a pretty great quote there. Thank you, Pastry.
Let us see. Ooh!
Yes, Angel, yes.
The Jester!
Mao Mao, that's what it was. Thank you, Mao Mao.
Wait, why are we talking Mao Mao?
Mao Mao,
What's up?
the Allie's Tabaxi kitty.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about
No.
Apothecary Diaries. I thought we said to never speak of that show again.
Oh, Allie, these are all so cute.
These are adorable. Oh wow, I got a lot of
Chat to catch up on.
To catch up on. Jeez.
Yeah. No, they're vibing today.
Hid them all in here.
They're not hidden.
My God, I gotta
just gotta be on the level.
Now.
Just gotta be on the level. I'll put an announcement on Thursday or something.
Nah, it's all right. I got it. I got it.
Some other people maybe can't find it. Everything's not about you, Mars.
Oh.
Oh. All right. It's shading time, I think.
Honestly, Allie, maybe you have the better Mau. At least yours isn't in a toxic relation.
I'm one episode away from the end.
Nice. How's it holding up so far?
The last episode was all Mau, so that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was fine.
Nice.
Got really dark really fast at the end of the episode. Wow.
What the hell happened?
Spoilers for Apothecary Diaries Season 2. Let's make sure this works. Hold on. It did.
Let's
Beautiful.
Pop the
Spoilers for Apothecary Diaries
on the table.
Season
There we
2.
Go.
Yeah. She-Sweet kills a bunch of children.
Jesus!
It's a mercy killing. Technically, maybe, probably not worth it, if I'm being honest. Because if Jinshi's the guy coming and Mau Mau's there, they probably could have all lived. What? She killed him. Not gruesomely, but, yeah. That's where we're at. That's where the episode ends. How nice.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. I was not expecting that.
All right. I'm unspoilering now. We're off of the spoilers.
You're coincidentally named Jinchi is gonna get hit by a train. Poor Jinchi gets struck, but if it's gotta happen for the plot. For the plot.
Yeah. I need Jinshi's. Again, I haven't seen Jinchi in a while, so he doesn't feel that bad right now, you know? But the second he shows up, not exciting.
Always shows up at the worst moments. What was it? There was this one reel I saw the other day, and it was specifically about reading books. And it's like, you're in this one chapter, and it's from this one character's perspective, and then you go to the next chapter, and it's the character you hate, and it's like, ugh, go away, character. That's how I feel about Jinchi.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, Mau, I love seeing you solve mysteries. I love seeing all that. And then Jinchi comes out, I'm like, get off screen, bitch.
It sucks. It sucks so much. He had so much potential.
It could have been so good. But I've griped
a random
about it
lore
long
drop
enough.
About what? Ori lore? Orgalorg?
Or Outcast.
There's not a lot of Outcast lore to drop, if I'm being honest. I think we've kind of dropped everything that we can drop, mostly.
I think anything else would touch spoiler territory.
I mean, we could re-drop something. I don't know if everyone's been around. Outcast? All right.
Outcast.
Let's see. What is a lore drop that can be done?
Lore drop. Well, you're saying lore, so I'm leaning toward, like, world building type shit.
I think it could be really anything, but, okay, I don't know. Does this count as lore? The city that that Sinnott is from, that we see in his little flashback, is based off of old New York City.
Oh, there we go. It's a little artist behind the scenes.
Did Hotsun have any pets? No.
No. Definitely not. Okay, so I will be honest here. I don't think pets would be a thing in
not
this
a major
universe.
thing. No. I think the
I can't see
closest
pets being a thing.
is Milano might have a little Disney princess moments, but not particularly attached. He's a hunter, after all.
Yeah. And being a hunter is a pretty big part of his identity.
Like I could definitely see him
nudge, nudge.
like being, you know, like chill about it, right? Like he's not like, oh, animals are only, you know, food or whatever. But he's definitely not like keeping one as the family pet or anything.
Yeah. I could definitely see like him, like, especially as a kid, trying to convince his family to keep one. And then his father being like, son, that there's meat. That's the kind of relationship I envision for Milano and his father.
And so then
he's coming up with this cute little friend he found. He's like, can we keep it?
Oh
son,
my God,
that's food.
I have to tell this story I heard on. I'm listening to like you know, Reddit stories. Am I the asshole or whatever? And this one, it talks about, oh yeah, so my son loves Finding Nemo. He loves sea creatures and all the sea animals, and he's just obsessed. He loves them. You go to the aquarium all the time. He loves seeing in that. And I thought, and we're talking, this is like a sub 5-year-old, okay? And he like has Nemo plushies and everything. So we took him to a seafood buffet. And my wife got him all of the like chicken nuggies and everything and everything. But then when we came back with our plates full of crabs, he cried, ran under the table and screamed, "Why are you eating my friends?" I could see a moment like that with Milano. Maybe not as dramatic.
I could very easily
but
see
definitely
that,
roughly at the same age.
I feel like Milano would be the classic little kid who, when he learns where chicken nuggets come from, he has a moment of horror.
But then I also see him growing up to, like, respect. You know, like, there's a respect to it, right? Where he's, like, you're definitely using all the parts of the animal. You know, they're definitely, like...
That's where I kind of feel like that's a Milano mentality, right?
Yeah.
It's not something his parents instilled in him. It's something he was able to develop on his own.
So definitely,
I feel like his parents are kind of like they value getting what they need.
Yeah,
and that's
they're
what's
harvesting.
Providing for the family. They're harvesting, providing for the business. Meanwhile, Milano's like, this was a living thing, and we should treat it with respect.
Does it have a J.B. Oliver equivalent?
If
No,
Hudson
it's definitely
had a pet,
more
would it be
like
a Pluto situation. And Mason, I honestly can't imagine any kind of pet in this series. That's the problem.
There's not
even
really
if there
pets.
were a Pluto situation, like it just does not gel in my head. Now, if you're talking about like
Goofy
the
Pluto,
Lemurana, like something like that, because that's an animal we've seen so far, or the little spider bee that we had, or the snake flies. Like, we do know other hybrids exist in this world. But are those kept as pets? I think they're too wild.
Yeah, no. So in Outcast, there's no normal animals.
Like exactly like Senshi.
Yes, no, exactly. 100% like Senshi would be the Milano
I'm sorry,
way.
little warrior. Your journey has come to an end. Nom.
He would be
too good, TD.
He wouldn't be as proficient beyond like he wouldn't be as good at like actually making the food taste delicious like Senshi is, but he would like make a point. He knows how to make it all edible, right? Like so he could subsist off the land. Like Milano being dropped on a deserted island would live.
Here's the best way to think it. Milano could boil a chicken, but Aster is the one putting it in the oven for an extra hour, making sure it's golden brown and has all the spice.
Milano would also
the
then
best way to think of it.
Use the feathers to stuff a pillow or a blanket, but it would literally be a sack with feathers in it. Functional, but not really pretty, or could technically be better with more craftsmanship. He has
More
like
so
a crude level
to
of
get
it.
by.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I think is going to be very interesting when we get to Milano's backstory and we're actually able to draw what his childhood home looked like.
Functional is the Milano way.
I think his house is going to look really interesting.
Yeah. Is he so funny? Well, remember, he could fold the last joint of his wings back. So bird callers and outcasts have an extra joint because the way that their arms work. So here's lore. We want this lore. We're really pulling the lore out. I mean, it is comic time, so I'm not upset. It's funny.
It makes sense.
It's funny where we're like, what lore
comic.
do we talk about? And then here's all the lore. You guys
Once we
supply.
find it, we're off to the races.
So a bird wing looks like this, right? And then you have the wing, blah blah blah, something like that. Okay? You have this is the shoulder, the elbow, and the wrist. But humans have fingers. So when you have, I can just draw it on top. When you have a collar
That'll
wing,
work.
right? So this is the wrist, but then you have the hand. And so the hand works, they have their thumb, they have their pointer, they have their middle, and then they have their ring and pinky finger are what become the last part of the wing here. But because of that, that means there's this extra joint here. And so, and this is another reason why they can't fully fly. So, like, avian callers, feathered callers, can't fully fly. They can create enough lift for a temporary period of time, but they can't have fully sustained flight for very long. It all depends on what kind of wing shape you have and everything, how much or how little it can. Aster is going to be one of the more powerful flyers. And he can be up the longest and, the highest. Other large birds of prey will be up there like owls and, other raptors. But things like hummingbirds, would probably get a small amount of lift, better jumps, definitely breaking falls, but not really able to do. And to that, Allie, none of them would be able to very much carry a lot while flying, right? Most of their effort is specifically carrying their body weight, so you're not really gonna see bird callers having a benefit of like lifting a lot higher, ways or that sort of thing. They may be able to have some sort of small sack, but also like lifting another person is gonna be like nearly impossible. Slowing someone's fall maybe, but definitely not like really flying with them.
Definitely not Superman carrying them.
Yeah, they really don't have that. But so with that, and honestly, these would go much further out for wings. Oh, I still have the thing on. Whoops, go away. So like that. So they have this extra joint. So that means that they can fold that joint of their wing inward. I'm not going to draw this very well, but that's fine. It's not fully inward like that. It's more down like this. So they can fold that joint down to thus have use of their hands fairly free and thus not knocking shit over all the time. So that's lore stuff I could talk to you about because that's not ever going to be explicitly shown. But if you look at how Aster interacts with stuff in the comic, you can see this. It does make my life difficult sometimes, but it's necessary.
I'd say the effort is worth it.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh no, Badeau came on.
Yes, Badeau came on.
No.
Trying to look at a good example. None of these are good examples, please.
Oh, wow. There's got to be one in the Aster hangout.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get. I went to the end of the Aster hangout, though. Hold on. This one, maybe? The problem is, earlier times, I'm not as obvious with it. Honestly, the better ones... Oh, there it is. This is a good one. So ignore, I was not particularly good at rendering it at this point in time, but the idea is something like this. So they're out of the way while he's using his hands. So that's kind of how it works. You see a person reclining.
Glad you're loving the lore, Lucy.
Ah, yes. A relaxing day.
Yes. I'm just looking at the little cutie in the corner. Look how adorable.
But yeah, so there you go, Allie. So that's how he can be functional. Because otherwise, yeah, that was like a concern for a minute. It was like, oh god, how do we square that circle? How do we make it so he could cook and not be like clumsy over everything because of the wings? And I was like, oh, it's actually very easy because of how I designed the wings originally. It's like, makes sense.
Which worked out really well for certain scenes, I gotta say. Especially for his whole cooking aspect. Like that.
Because it was very important that it's like avian callers shouldn't just not have use of their hands, right? Yeah, exactly, well, Allie.
It couldn't be a detriment.
Yeah. Not, like, significant enough. You know, it can be a little, like maybe it's a little more annoying, right, than, like, if you didn't have them, right? Like they're heavy and whatever.
It's like having to push up your sleeve every so often.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he tires faster doing it, but, like, it's definitely not, like, he can't be fully hindered by it. And we all know his cooking
is a labor of love.
Mm-hmm.
He did tell Houghton he had an honest job, but given how short he was about it, I don't think he liked that job very much. Not one of his happier moments in life. Just get feathers in every meal. Is that where that extra flavoring is coming from?
That's another interesting thing to talk about, though. So, like, birds molt, but they usually molt, like, not all at one time, but, you know, like, all within a, you know, shorter span of time. Bird callers wouldn't work that way. They would molt more like humans lose hair infrequently. But that would mean their feathers overall would grow back a little faster than I would say a bird does. But they wouldn't molt like you wouldn't lose a feather every day, you know, but it would be like, you know, not all at once, right? You don't have molting
not all at
season.
Once, or maybe like, you know, you're bathing and suddenly 5 come down and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And that plays into as well how they don't have true flight. So while having or not having amounts of flight feathers would certainly affect your ability at it, it's never something that like, oh no, I'm grounded, right? Because you'd have to lose a bunch of them at once. Yeah, so Mason, so the best way, and I do want to eventually, this is not like, I'm not holding it secret, it's more just like time. I do want to eventually make a whole like collar thing really bad. It's just a lot of time.
All in due time. Everything takes time. That's the problem.
So there, literally any character can have a viable offspring with any other character, you know, male, female, right? It doesn't matter if they're collar, it doesn't matter if they're an avian collar or specifically a crocodile, right? That doesn't matter. Collars are broken up more because the animal that they're based on is more of a design choice and less of a specific thing. Nobody goes around saying like the caiman collar, you know, like it's not really like you're not that specific visually. The main thing is you have scale, skin, feather, and fur, right? So, yeah, kind of like a group Pokemon. So you have scale, skin, feather, and fur. Now, anyone, you know, human and collar, 2 different collars, you know, of different groups, can all have viable offspring. It just will decide what their offspring will be, right? As we talked about, human traits are math, I don't even remember where I was going with that. But so feathered skin, scale, feather, fur. It will be so if like a feathered collar and like a scaled collar have a child, their child could be scale or feathered collar, right? So you wouldn't get a furred collar out of that pairing. You know, you could only have one or the other. And you would never get both, right? We're not hybridizing in that way. It makes it too common. Jesus.
You'll get there.
I'm losing my mind. It makes it too and I'm lost it. Complicated. That's the word I wanted. Complex. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. So yeah, I don't want to deal with hybrids. We're not dealing with hybrids. Hybrids are not a thing. You do have like human collar hybrids, but that works very much in like a just how much collarness is visible. But it's also like it's to a point where it's very difficult to tell, right? Like so the combinations are to a point where like a collar could just have less visible collar features and have no human ancestry at all. Midnight Brain is coming on strong.
It really is.
Oh, goodbye, Allie. Thanks for joining.
Bye, Allie. See you later.
But so yeah, so it's like Aster, say, having less collar traits, you know, than say Ferrex, right? How he has them on the face as well, does not mean necessarily that Aster has human heritage one way or the other, right? Compared to Ferrex, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't, you can't go around picking out colors that do or do not have human heritage by look alone up to a point. And the point is legs and arms. Because, like, you won't have a feathered collar that doesn't have wings unless they have human heritage, then they just wouldn't have wings. Things like that.
And there you have it.
It ain't black and white. There's no Punnett squares, because honestly, it even gets complicated with Punnett squares.
Squares were a lie, I found.
Some
it's
cases.
It's really more complicated than that.
Punnett squares are a lie in how much you think they work for. They do exist, and the way that they exist is true, but very few genes are based on just one gene, right? Very few traits are based on just one gene. That's why you can't do it with like eye color, right? Or hair color, or skin tone, right? Like there's a lot more that goes into it than that. So there's a lot more
There's
things.
way more going on there. At least to my understanding.
Do some humans get bullied as collars because they look like it? No. So, in this society, you either are or aren't a collar, and a full... Well, okay, I'm not going to say no exactly to your question, Deuce, because I don't know exactly... I'm going to answer it, and you're gonna know the answer, but I don't know how it's worded.
I would put it this way, is that you notice with our main lineup of boys is that some look more collar than others. Like some have more animal features going on than others.
Especially in the face.
Ferrex is the most animal-like out of all of them, especially with his nose, his ears, his legs, his tail. He's got
eyes.
The whole deal going on. Where like, I feel like
Sinnet's probably
Sinnet
in the
Aster
head. Yeah.
are the closest to quote-unquote what we'd call passing.
In the
At
head.
least in terms of the head.
The face.
Yeah.
Their upper body.
Because with Aster and Sinnet, you have the wings and you have the tail. And those are the most distinct. And of course, Aster also has the legs.
But, yeah, so no humans would be mistaken as a collar on the street. no fully heritage human would have a trait, because they're very blatant traits of like having feathers, having scales, having ears, having
their
a
traits
tail,
that would be really hard to hide.
and they're full traits, right? Like you might have a shorter tail if the animal, quote unquote, you're based on has a shorter tail, right? But like it's not like, oh, if I'm a fossa with a long tail and I have a child with a human, you know, I don't have a shorter fossa tail. I either do or do not have a fossa tail. Right. So it's fairly easy to point out the collar, but that does mean that if you have a human collar, you know, pairing and they have a child and that child has more human traits but still some collar traits, they'll never be accepted in human society, because, like, if they can be seen as that, there's no fursuits. They don't have the technology for that.
We are still in the age of pirates in this universe.
We're in a fantasy age of pirates, where they have germ theory.
Trying to make dyes
in a
from
mild
berries.
sense.
I don't think we're at first yet. Oh, a raid! Hello!
Oh, hello! What is the raid? I'm missing
It's the pufferfish.
Oh, hello! Welcome.
Hello!
We're talking about comics while drawing art fights, so, you know, it works, I guess. Still on brand. Still on theme.
We made it work. Hello, Silverbeam. Welcome,
Speaking
welcome.
hello, Raiders, if you want to read our comic, you can do that.
Yes.
Raid Shadow Legend. No, never. I think this should give
visceral.
me my link. It does! Attack me if you dare, as well. Art fight.
Nice!
I've done things. I'm a good streamer, I promise! I swear! I try!
It's interesting. I see the stream element showing up in YouTube. I don't see it on Twitch.
God dang it. Oh no,
Sorry,
Mason,
Ori.
why you got tooth bugs? Gotta get rid of teeth bugs?
Well, there's a combination of words I never thought I'd hear.
There's many. I could make many combinations of words you've never expected.
I don't have enough ear bleach for that one.
All right, I'll copy them.
No,
over.
You're not blind.
Okay.
You're not blind. It's
Twitch
only
is
on
being
YouTube.
Weird. We'll fix that manually for now. I'll have to fix something on the Stwelements.
Bone characters over calciumed mutations? If you're talking in ways of the comic, Lucy, it's more so the focus on the collars and the animal-human hybrid.
These nerds do
over
be drawing
calcium
frog.
mutations does sound metal, though.
It just gives marrow of Dreamwalkers, but yeah, it's less. I mean, obviously everything was once a mutation, you know, we want to go that way. But at this point, like, the way collars exist, because of the time period that they, you know, time period in heavy quotation marks, they're in a fantasy time period. It is like an adjacent world.
We say it's the golden age of piracy.
It's the golden age of piracy with
like,
certain things better.
With certain advantages.
Yeah.
Like, the way Sinnit understands germs is the way the Warrior Cats in the Warrior Cat series understand germs.
Yeah.
They know, hey, if we take this herb, it will help this tummy ache. It's like
and
that
also
kind of
that, like, it needs to be clean. And it needs to, like, and, like, wash your hands. And, like, don't poop where you eat.
Also, we feel a lot better when we eat oranges and citrus. Maybe we should keep eating those. Good thing we live on an island with lots of fruit.
Yes. What was the word? There was a whole thing about, like, the plague doctors for the bubonic plague, and it was like wrong answer, right solution. That's very much what I feel like the whole world is. Like, if you ask them to explain it, they couldn't necessarily, but they understand that, what did I just read? Oh, it was in, in deeper waters, the like medic on the one pirate ship where he's been trapped talks about like, oh, it'll go bad, right? Like your wounds will go bad. And what they're obviously referencing is infection and gangrene and then sepsis, right? Like that's what they're talking about.
But they don't have the words for that.
But they don't have that words. Very much like Mao Mao in Apothecary Diary talks about having food allergies without explicitly saying you have a food allergy.
Yeah. Because allergies weren't discovered at that time, so you gotta work with the vocabulary that existed.
That exist, where it is like, we have the understanding that is helpful today, but in, like, without so many words. I feel like is the best way to put it.
Science to do it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wrong answer, right solution. I feel like is very much... the way to do it, the way to say it.
The other example I had seen of that, it was actually a post about baking back in, I think it was like medieval times or just like after then, and how people talked about like, oh, you put the bread in and then you say prayer after that or something. But what was happening during that time you were saying the prayers, it was giving like the yeast a chance to rise or whatever was happening. Yeah. So it's like, it wasn't the prayer itself. It was more so the wait time that it took. But, you know, for them, A equaled B. So
wrong
it was
answer, right solution.
Like, exactly. And yes, that is very much the world of Outcast in terms of the science.
Yeah, they have an understanding of their world, but not a scientific modern level. Right.
And Hodson with his exploration is very much trying to be like the Darwin of
we're talking
time.
Linnaeus Darwin level, researched botany and, biology times where you're...
Observations.
Yeah. Everything is categorized by phenotype. We have no understanding of genotype. We have no understanding. Yeah, exactly, Enthuse. Yeah, wrong answer, right solution. Don't eat tomatoes. You're gonna stop being poisoned by lead because of the acidity.
Whoopsies.
Now, I will say, in Outcast, because it is our fictional world and we want things to be better overall, they're gonna get the closer to the most right solution as possible without explicitly breaking the feeling that you're in a less advanced time. That's why the nails are square.
That's the balance.
Because a blacksmith had to make it. I think a very big thing is we have more science than manufacturing.
Yes, exactly, TD. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Is there toothpaste?
I don't...
Now I have to look up the history of toothpaste to answer your question.
Yeah, down a rabbit hole.
When was tooth
invented? Minus
because I have an idea. I have an idea of
the 1850s.
Yeah, but Egyptians had dental paste made of grit, which is basically what I expected. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And we're talking stuff like eggshells.
Yeah. I would say they have a grit. They don't have toothbrushes. Oh. They would use a cloth.
Oh, here's something interesting. Early Chinese said to apply ground fish bones to their teeth for the same purpose.
It's a grit thing. Because that's what you're doing. What you're doing with toothpaste...
You basically just have to rub the plaque off your teeth.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's like a pumice. So they would have some sort of grit that they would apply to their teeth. And I'm kind of against... They wouldn't really have brushes. I would say they would use like a cloth. Which you can do today. As long as you still floss. Because that's all the toothbrush is doing.
I gotta be honest, I'm not entirely sure about the legitimacy of this website. Because one of the lines is, it wasn't until the late 1700s the first modern toothpaste appeared, usually homemade. Some used burnt bread among the ingredients or dragon's blood, a natural dark red plant resin. Dragon's blood?
Yeah, so there's a tree called the dragon's blood tree. So there's a tree called a dragon's blood tree, and it's because it looks weird and it bleeds red.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, honey's big because it has antibacterial properties.
Really cool. Look at the underside of that tree. Oh,
yeah,
okay. Ori, we gotta
fluoride's an
work
interesting
one of
thing.
these trees in, because this is beautiful.
Yeah, fluoride's a wild
Sorry,
thing.
I like the branch system.
We still don't exactly know how it affects teeth because they the study about it kind of got fucked up because people wanted it. Yeah, burned bread is charcoal, which is good for whitening. Yeah, that's the interesting thing about fluoride, is it will stain your teeth, but on average, our current knowledge is it's better for you. Yeah, I think it was Colorado that was in TD. That's the one I think I remember. Somewhere in Colorado. The town had like a much lower proportion of people with dental disease. And they were trying to figure out why. But all their teeth were very stained. And had like deposits on them or something. And yeah, it was because their like drinking water was naturally fluoridated. And that is what they believe to have helped with the dental, the dental stuff. And then they tried to do a study where they fluorinated water of a town, but then the other towns that were supposed to be the control group found out about it and was like, we want the fluorinated water too! Fix our teeth! Help our teeth! And then, so the government was like, all right, we'll fluorinate the water, yes. So the study is technically inconclusive because they didn't have a good control group in the end.
Such a shame.
That's how science goes. That's why big studies are difficult. Hello, Jade. I see a goofball. He is a goofball. We have a goofball and a poof ball. Look at him. Poof.
So cute. But yeah, I could see the Outcast Boys using something like fish bones, ground up shells. I mean, Sinnit is their doctor, so...
Yeah. Sinnit would force something.
He definitely have some knowledge.
Charcoal.
And I feel like Sin's discoveries also come from observation.
Yeah,
like
he has definitely
noticed, like, Milano's complained a lot less about his teeth since eating more fish. Maybe we should try that.
I think he would definitely also just have a lot of experience compared, so it makes it easier for him to have the stuff sort of on the back burner, being like, ah, yes.
Well, when your job is what they used to do. Yes.
Exactly.
Trying to remember if we revealed what they did.
I don't think so. I think we've only... I'm going to say no.
I think we just alluded to it.
Yeah, we've only alluded to it.
Yeah.
I would also say...
Big reveal, not yet.
Big reveal, not yet. Oop. I would also say that his mentor could be a little obsessed with being healthy based on his profession.
Oh, I could definitely see that. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we do it with dogs.
True. All those treat sticks.
Those treats, they tell you to give whole prey items because it literally is just to scrub off.
Oh my god. Someone tell me how to clean my cat's teeth? What few she has left?
Unfortunately, the answer to that is you wrangle her and do it. because unfortunately you're still supposed to do that with animals.
Like that.
Yeah, unfortunately you still have to do that with animals.
She never likes when I do that.
Even if you are good about giving them dental related care.
Well, we do. She just hates it.
Yeah. No, the big thing is like whole prey items. Okay, Mars, if you want to just enjoy aesthetic cat and dog food bowls made by this woman, it's pretty great. Let me get the
that is such a sentence. I can't help but be intrigued.
You'll understand when you see it.
Okay. So, Mason, I got Misty back in 2020 when she was 7 years old. It's been 5 years since that point. So she is now, we're going to say about 12 years old. Probably around that 12 mark. Oh, yeah, I follow this person.
Yeah, so they talk about the whole prey items and all of that.
Yeah. But that's a problem. Misty has no teeth.
Yeah, and so that's just kind of
chew the whole prey.
That's just how it goes.
Gum it.
You know,
it's like being on permanent wisdom tooth recovery. She can only gum her food.
This is only marginally related, but I have a picture of Riley sleeping on the couch from every day of vacation, and I didn't even intend to do that. She was just so cute.
Night, Mason.
And different every time. She's in a different position. Good night, Mason.
Aww.
So it's just like, oh, she's adorable. But yeah, no, it's sad that you're still supposed to brush your pet's teeth even if they eat whole prey items. Have you seen that? It's like, I think it's a sheep.
Now I'm just imagining Sinnit wrangling Milano and Ferrix to brush their teeth.
See, Milano, I see like, oh, okay, if you're saying the bones can be used this way, sounds good to me. I keep trying to figure out how to use them, and I've made enough mobiles or some shit. You know, like, whatever.
That's totally canonically what happens.
No,
I'm just saying for the vibe.
Ferrix is the toddler. Yes. Ferrix is the toddler. It tastes bad, Sinnit. I don't care, Ferrix. I'm sorry that I can't make it taste... You know, you'd think fish bones would taste like fish, but they don't.
Do I gotta clean my teeth? They're just gonna get dirty again at dinner.
Exactly.
Ferrix would be the child who refuses to make his bed because he's like, but I'm gonna sleep in it tonight.
It's
Why
very
would I make
much
my
Ferrix.
bed?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just gonna mess it up again.
I'm gonna tell you the answer, guys. Why make your bed? Because getting into a made bed just feels way better.
It's nice.
Like you don't think about it, but damn.
Getting into a made bed is so chill.
Getting into a made bed just hits different.
Plus, you know, you turn down the covers during the day, especially in the summer. You give everything a chance to air out. You turn down the covers.
Yeah, you're not supposed to make your bed right away.
Bed at the end of the day.
You gotta let it air out.
So nice. No insect characters, Lucy. We're specifically sticking with mammals.
Vertebrates. Vertebrates. Not mammals. Vertebrates.
I'm sorry. I always forget it's vertebrates.
Yes. Only because otherwise Milano
You know, Sinnit is a vertebrate.
Aster, yeah. Only vertebrates. And that's because...
And the birds are vertebrates.
Yes. And the lizards are vertebrates. I will say... Lucy, I am a little sad that I did that, but I also know that I needed to do that. One, because of the science that we're using in Outcast, and two, it would have been too many fucking options, and I needed to limit myself somehow. There's already too many options, but like, geez. I needed a little limiter on there. I will say, it did mean that there was a part of me that really wanted our next comic to be insects. It didn't turn out that way, sadly. I'm not too miffed, but there is like a little bit where it's like, oh, I have drawn insects though, Lucy. I don't know if you're in our Discord. I don't know if names are the same or not. But if you want to join our Discord, we'd love to have you. But I can post our good friend of the channel, Dichotomy Games, made a D&D 5e race called the Entoma that are just insectoid humanoids, and I drew a bunch of them. Pin up, but you know, I still drew a bunch of them. Just on YouTube. That's fine. That's fine. We're still happy to have you wherever you be. Bug people. Yep. Bug people, you know? Oh, I almost got scared that the mirror wasn't on. I was gonna be upset. But it was on. I know that on the Dichotomy Games Patreon, you can look for free at a number of their stuff, including the fan art showcases on which my Entoma can be seen. I don't know what months. I don't know what months. Mars, could you get that link for me?
Let me see. Where do I gotta go?
Go to the Dichotomy Games Discord server, and then go to official links, and then copy the Patreon link and paste it in here.
Ah, perfect.
Much obliged.
On. You know what? I'll put it in YouTube. I'll get those YouTube points. I can't get the YouTube points. Apparently, it's outside the character limit.
That long? What?
There's no friggin' way. Oh, it copied every single damn link.
Ah.
What the hell?
Now I wonder why.
I copied one link. You dumb thing. There we go.
Thank you for your service and your struggle.
I try. Oh, Lucy has the third crown.
Oh, snap.
Dang.
See, it moved around. I don't know if Enthuse is still here, but see, Enthuse, it moved around. Who else was the other one? Willow. I
believe it was Willow. Had the crown for a little bit. Ooh,
yeah, Lucy.
I got 25 XP just for putting that in the chat.
I do recommend checking their Patreon every once in a while if you do like D&D homebrew. While obviously there is paid options, that's only for early access. So they do release all of their stuff for free eventually. And so they have a lot. That's like the main place they host everything is on Patreon for free too. So, you know, keep it out. All right. Didn't mean to call you out, Willow. I was just... we were seeing that the...
Lurking and working.
The crowns.
I love it.
Yeah, there you go. Have you ever done art fight, Willow? You could with that pixel art of yours. I saw somebody else the other day did all pixel art stuff. It was pretty cool. It's funny. It's funny. I'm constantly like, everyone should join Art Fight. But then I like see like big creators that I follow. And they're like, I'm doing Art Fight for the first year. And I'm kind of like, Big creators doing Art Fight as like a double-edged sword. I'm like, I don't want to stop people. But I know that like you're gonna be overwhelmed. And I feel bad about that. So it's like, I ain't drawing your stuff, you know? It's funny. I was looking, I'm like, And thus I will specifically not art fight them. So I can't get that big. We can't be too big where I'm like, oh no, we're a big creator doing art fight. This is the issue with the internet, guys. I want to be large in an esoteric way.
Oh, what a vibe.
It's so, like, I want YouTube videos, they can pop off. YouTube comments could be chill. Stream? I don't want it to be that big. I don't want it to be where I can't chat with people.
Tiny.
Yeah, I don't want it to be where I can't, like, chat with peeps. Same with like the comic. It's like, oh yeah, I want it to be like, you know, I want people to do it because I want people to buy it when we finally print it. I want to see them comment on the page. But then I'm also like,
Yes.
oh, but that's a lot. That's a lot of people. Then I don't want to be a big art fight creator. I want to be a little one. I want to be a little boy.
You can't have it both ways,
I
Ori.
know. It's such a double-edged sword, though, man. It all would be fine if there was like a founding label I could give people, right? If it's like, everybody who was here before you hit like X amount of followers or something, they're in the cool group. It would be hard no matter what.
And we are officially an hour before midnight.
Yes. And it is the time to end.
Oh,
As I must consume,
look at
not
all
consume.
we got done tonight, you guys.
Yeah, nearly done with the thing. Mars, did you make your palettes?
I did.
Oh, snap.
They're
Hopefully
looking
tomorrow,
good.
then. Maybe I'll be done. Well, actually, I don't know. I have to do video editing tomorrow really bad. I've
Well,
kind of
what?
slacked a
We
little.
got an entire business meeting to figure it out.
That is also true. Well,
So
thank you all for
this shall be
coming.
nice.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Raiders, if
Yes.
any of you are still
Thanks
here.
for sticking for the Outcast lore, listening
Yes.
to our stories, our
We got
tangents.
Art Fight and Comic in all in one day.
Ah, so
How
so
great.
good.
So, if you want more Art Fight, guys, it's a full art
Yes!
night
And why
stream
wouldn't you want more art fight?
on Thursday. Same place, same time. All we're doing is fighting. If you want art fight motivation, if you feel you'll be slacking after 2 days, come to the stream. I'm gonna mostly be sketching, I think. I'm mostly gonna be
You can
sketching on Thursday.
All come and bring your fights.
Just getting a bunch of sketches down on the page. But, we shall hopefully see you all then. Good night.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you for our art fight night.